All right, everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to Mets Weekly as we are live at this very moment on YouTube and on X for watch-along coverage of the Mets versus San Francisco Giants, Game 8 of 162, the second game of this four-game set in San Francisco. But before we start, as always, make sure to subscribe for live episodes of the Mets Weekly podcast following every single regular season series. For those of you watching or listening on playback and want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on our post notifications to let you guys know anytime we go live. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and TikTok. Follow us individually. The links are all down below in the description. But what is going on, everybody? We are back. Another night, another late night game. And hopefully the Mets actually play like a good baseball team, and hopefully they actually win a ball game, because the last couple games, specifically the last three, they haven't been great. Obviously, they lost the last two in St. Louis to the Cardinals to drop that series 2-1, and then obviously we were all here last night to watch that disaster unfold in the opening game of this four-game set, where the Mets offense, aside from guys like Bo Bichette, couldn't really hit. And David Peterson basically took a giant dump on the mound where he allowed 9 hits on 28 pitches. And as we all know, that's not a formula for success. Obviously, we've seen so far that, so far in this short sample size in this series, this Mets offense has yet to get going, carrying over from the series in St. Louis. And listen, they need a better pitching performance today from their starting pitcher, which, of course, is going to be Noel McLain. And we will get into the starting lineups in just a second. But listen, McLain's got to be sharp. He's facing, a good lineup on paper. Like we said yesterday, the Giants statistically haven't been great offensively. But, if you give this team hittable pitches and you give this lineup hittable pitches, they will certainly be able to crush those pitches and make you pay. And, they'll deal you, big damage against, your poor pitches that you're throwing them. So, listen, obviously for McLain, I'm confident that he can go out there and, pitch well and give this team 6 really good innings, which thankfully last night, which I don't know if we can really say thankfully, that Sean Manaea kind of held down the fort to a point to where they didn't have to use any more bullpen arms. So pretty much they have a full rested bullpen going into this game. So Mendoza, I'm looking at you. You better not be punting this game, especially if the game is close. I don't want to see no Dickie Love ladies out there. I don't want to see no Luis Garcias out there. The only way that those guys can be out there is if it's like a 13-inning extra inning game. And with all the extra inning games that we've had so far early in the season, I don't want to see any more extra inning games for the time being. So let's win this game in 9 innings. Let's get back in the win column and let's play an all-around good baseball game. I want to see good defense. I want to see good offense. I want to see good pitching. I want to see good base running, because that is all the keys that are needed to be a good team and to put together a consistent winning form, which is something that this team has not been able to do yet this season. Of course, it's a small sample size. It's only 7 games, but if we're going to be fair, they haven't, aside from their opening day game, they haven't really played great baseball as a whole. So, but let's hope that our fortunes start to turn around. And like I said, hopefully Noel McLain can go out there, pitch a really good game for us and put us in that right direction. Obviously, the lineup has got to do their job. But anyway, guys, let's get now into the starting lineup. So very similar lineup to yesterday, a couple changes in there, but leading off and playing shortstop for the New York Mets, as always, it's Francisco Lindor. Batting second and playing left field, it is Juan Soto. Batting third and playing third base, it is Bo Bichette. Batting fourth and playing center field, it is Luis Robert Jr. Batting fifth and playing first base is going to be Brett Beatty, who sat last night. Batting sixth and DHing is going to be Mark Vientos. Batting seventh and playing second base, a guy who has severely struggled so far this season, Marcus Semien. Batting eighth and playing right field, he sat yesterday he sat in yesterday's ball game, but he's back in there for this game, Carson Benj. And then batting ninth and catching, it is Francisco Alvarez. And then, like I said before, on the mound and starting for the New York Mets, it is Nolan McLain. Over to the San Francisco Giants side of things. Leading off and playing shortstop for them, Willie Adames. Batting second and DHing, Rafael Devers. Batting third and playing second base, Luis Ariz. Batting fourth and playing third base, Matt Chapman. Batting fifth and playing right field, it is Jung-Ho Lee. Batting sixth and playing left field, Elliot Ramos. Batting seventh and playing center field, Harrison Bader. Batting eighth and catching, it is Patrick Bailey. And then batting ninth and playing first base for them, it is Schmidt. And then on the mound for the San Francisco Giants is going to be longtime Cincinnati Red pitcher Tyler Mahle. But guys, obviously before we get started, officially started with this game, because first pitch is going to be in a couple minutes. Going to see what you guys are saying right now in the comment section. BBA, what is going on? Will the Mets win 3 in a row and make us forget the last 3 losses? Listen, I hope they win 3 games in a row, but for now, we just have to take it one game at a time, and hopefully they could get the win tonight. But hopefully they could win 3 games in a row, because I would like to see a losing streak after, a 3-game, or I would like to see a 3-game winning streak after a 3-game losing streak, but we will see what happens. Tony, what is going on? What up, gentlemen? Let's get a fucking win tonight. I 100% agree with that, and I am down with that on time. Yes, today we are on time, BB8. I'm sure you are loving that. Pantrice, what is going on? I am not hitting the panic button yet, but it is slightly concerning that we are not jumping on these way weaker teams as we should be. Our schedule is pretty easy right now. Listen, I 100% agree with you, Pantrice. When you're playing weaker teams like this, especially like the Cardinals, the Giants, in my opinion, are a bit better than the Cardinals, just because when you look at the Cardinals' direction that they're going in as a franchise right now, they are going more towards, a rebuild mode, and, that kind of signals that because they started trading off a bunch of their veterans this offseason. Obviously, the Giants last year, we saw them make the big trade and swung that deal for Rafael Devers from the Boston Red Sox. They signed Willie Adames a year ago in free agency. They brought in Matt Chapman. So the Giants are looking to contend. It's just, a matter of, can they get everything right, and can they put the pieces all together to contend? Even though right now they're technically not the strongest team in the National League, they're kind of like can I even say 50-50 shot to make the playoffs? Maybe like a 45% shot to make the playoffs, just because, of the NL West, and because, the overall strength of the National League as well. But listen, the Giants have very good names on their team. You can't underestimate them. But I would like to see this Mets team start to play better baseball and start to take advantage of some of the quote unquote weaker teams in the National League, because pretty soon we're going to be playing teams like the Dodgers, and that's not going to be very easy. BBA, Semien needs to be heading ninth. I 100% agree. Semien right now, he's swinging the weakest bat. Right now, he's not making any good contact. I believe he has 0 barrels so far in this short sample size of a season, and he's also his bat speed has also dropped significantly as well, which, his bat speed has kind of been dropping already like the last 2 seasons, but the fact that it's dropping even more is kind of concerning. Listen, do I think Semien can bounce back a little bit? Yeah, I can, because listen, yes, he's older, but he's also a very good veteran. He knows what it takes to win, and he's been around the game for a long time, and he's performed at the highest level. But for right now, for the start that he's had, I think that Semien should be, be lower down in the lineup. Pantrice, this game is a must-win. Can't go on long losing streaks like last year. We need 3 separate 7+ games. That's a good point, Pantrice. You can't allow these losses to stack up, especially early on. I mean, listen, we saw in 2024 that they were able to maneuver around it with that hot stretch that they had in the second half. But, that's not really a sustainable format to build on. You want to get off to good starts, or at least you don't have to get off to the greatest starts in the world, but at least you don't want to bury yourself early. That's the key. And listen, the Mets haven't buried themselves yet. They're only 3-4, but if these poor performances keep on stacking up and the losses keep on coming, then yes, this Mets team can very well bury themselves, before it's too late. So, but hopefully they don't do that. I put the Giants, so where the Pirates are, a couple of great players, but some major weaknesses. Yeah, I mean, I still think the Giants are maybe a little bit better just because they have better veterans. The Pirates are definitely more of a younger team, but they do have a lot of potential. And obviously, Connor Griffin today, he made his major league debut. I didn't see how well he played, but he's definitely a guy with a bright future in Major League Baseball. And what is going on? Glad they're saying Polanco, no reason to risk an injury by playing him this early into the season. Agree. And Maxwell, what is going on? Mets always seem to play down to their opponents, and it costs them so many games. They need to start going into these series against bad teams and like they actually are the better team. Yeah, 100%. We've seen that over the last 2 years, especially that they do play down to their opponents. That's something that we always see with the New York Rangers for any Ranger fans in here. But yeah, you can't be playing down against your opponents. Like it's not a good look, and it doesn't set you up for failure. Because let's be honest, the main reason why this Mets team missed the playoffs last year is because they lost 2 series late in the year to Miami and 2 series late in the year to the Nationals as well. And if they win that series, the Mets comfortably get into the playoffs. But that's what happens when you play down competition. But here we go, guys. The game has officially started. Lindor has a 1-0 count, and he takes that fastball low and away from Tyler Mahle for strike one. So we are at a 1-1 count right now with Francisco Lindor. Can also update the scoreboard for you guys as this game, like I said, has officially started. All right, here's the 1-1 pitch. That changeup misses low and away, so Lindor is ahead 2-1. We should also be getting some people in relatively soon. Carson will be joining soon. Evan, of course, as well, and then Andrew as well. So you guys will have all 4 of us like last night. So, and we all saw how crazy last night's stream went. So, but again, that's what you expect from us. But Lindor swings and misses at that changeup, so Mahle gets the count back to 2-2. Daniel was gone on Happy Friday. Yep, Happy Friday to you guys as well as Happy Easter weekend to any of you guys who celebrate Easter. Max was going on McLean's statement game. Hopefully. Tony, what is I already said what's up to you, Tony. But Tony is saying we also have to remember a lot of new players will take a minute to gel. I'm not worried about this. If it's going to be on a mid-May, then I'll bitch and complain. Yeah, so I'm willing to give them some time. But the one guy I'm not willing to give any time is the guy that is currently being shown on screen, and that's Carlos Mendoza because he's been here. But Lindor with a very good start to this game as he takes that change up to the opposite field for a single. So the Mets have their first hit and first base runner of the game, courtesy of a single by Francisco Lindor. So good start by Lindor. We saw him last night. He started off the game with a leadoff walk, and he starts off tonight with a leadoff single. So good start here by Lindor. Especially, after his, horrible performance in the finale of that Cardinals series. But now we got Juan Soto up to the dish. So let's see what Mr. Soto can do here. Here's the first pitch to Soto. Does not swing first pitch and takes that fastball in for a strike. So Mahle is ahead 0-1. Boom. Yanks, what is going on? Where's Big C? Soto takes that changeup out wide for a ball, 1-1. Carson should be joining relatively soon, guys. So, and yes, Lindor, nice to see as well. 72 of you guys here in the live stream. So, yeah, as always, thank you guys for your support, and make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Here's the pitch to Soto. Takes that changeup outside for a ball, 2-1. Good take there by Soto. And as always, for any of you guys watching on the Twitter streams, we at least recommend, again, you don't have to do it, but we recommend you, especially if you want your comments read, to switch over to the YouTube chat because it's a bit easier for those comments to be read. Soto takes that fastball outside for a ball, so he's up 3-1 on the count. Good take there by Soto. So yeah, like I said, it's up to you guys. You don't have to do it, but the comments come through a bit easier, and they're a bit easier to read when they come through YouTube as apart from Twitter. But again, it's your choice. If you want to watch on Twitter, that's your choice. But here's the 3-1 pitch to Soto. Takes that fastball on the outside part of the plate for a strike. So full count now here to Soto. Let's go, Juan. Let's go, Juan. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And Soto fouls off that fastball. What, BBA, you really going to be doing this? What is Twitter? X, Twitter. Come on, man. I know you're just breaking balls, but we all know. We all know what it is. All right, here's the 3-2 pitch again to Soto. And he hits that ball through the gap. Juan Soto will get on base with a single. Lindor moves up to second, so the Mets with a really good start to this game as they start off with back-to-back singles against Tyler Mahle. Change up on the outside part of the plate, and he puts it through the hole. Pause. So, good start here for the Mets. And now Bo Bichette comes up here to the plate with an RBI chance to give the Mets the lead. Let's go, Bo. Had a better game last night. Obviously, I had that RBI double in the first inning. Got robbed of a home run as well by Bader. Let's see if he could come through here. Here's the first pitch to Bichette, and he lines that ball into right field. Lindor will come around to score. Juan Soto will move on to third, and Bo Bichette, just like he did last night, drives in the first run of the game for the Mets on an RBI single. Swings first pitch, and Bo makes Tyler Mahle pay. Changeup just too high, got way too much plate. And Bo Bichette, we know he's an aggressive hitter. We know he's a good contact hitter. And he makes Mahle pay there. So the Mets take an early 1-0 lead and 3 straight singles to start this ball game. There we go. There we go, boys. Much better to see. Much better. And of course, that's a risk success as well. So, good start there by Bo. He's been looking a lot better so far in this series. But now, here's Lou Bob here with the chance to give the Mets, to extend the Mets lead. Takes that first pitch for a ball, takes that second pitch for the ball, but Patrick Bailey will challenge, and I think that call will be overturned because I think it just caught the bottom part of the zone. But let's see right here. And, yep, just caught the bottom part of the strike, so 1-1 count. Yup, sweet. Let's LFG. Let's go, Bo. Bo's coming around. Yup, good thing to see. What's going on, Stan, as well? Two Cats, what is going on? But here's the 1-1 pitch. Good take there by Lou Bob as he gets ahead 2-1. Yo, Matt just saw Greenville drive lose. Let's hope the Mets get a dominant win. Hopefully, well, they're off to a good start. They also got off to a good start last night. We all saw how, that fell on their face. But hopefully their fortunes change around in this game. But Mahle gets a fastball in there, call for a strike. So 2-2 count to Lou Bob. LFGM, yup. And let's LFG Bo, 100% NG. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Good take there by Lou Bob to take that change up low. So Lou Bob now is a full count. Come on, Robert. Let's go. Let's go. Here is the 3-2 count. And takes that ball low. Patrick Bailey will challenge it, but I think that ball just missed. So the Giants, I think, will lose their challenge here, and Robert will draw a walk here to load up the bases. But let's see till we confirm. And yes, that ball did miss just by a little bit, but game of inches, and the Mets have the bases loaded with no outs in this first inning. And now Beatty will come up to try to really give the Mets a huge lead here in this inning. Good take and good AB there by Lou Bob there. Come on, Brett, let's go. There's Tony Vitello there. First season as the Giants manager. Of course, he came over from Tennessee. All right, let's go, Brett. Let's go. First pitch here by Mahle. And goes after a changeup and swings and misses. Mahle had the count 0-1. Or a splitter there. Sorry, guys. Come on, Brett. Let's go. Good take there. Fastball misses low. 1-1. Giants playing their infield back, looking to get the double play. Come on, Brett. Put the ball in the air. Here's the 1-1. Takes that fastball for a strike. 1-2. Come on, Brett. Should have swung at that pitch. And here's the 1-2. And Beatty. Bro, oh my. Hit the fucking ball in the... This guy fucking sucks, I swear to God. He's fucking terrible. I mean, Jesus Christ. All you gotta do is put the ball in the air. You get a sacrifice fly if it's deep enough. And this motherfucker hits into a double play. You can't make it up with this guy. I swear to God. You can't make it up with this guy. Fucking ground ball merchant, I swear to God. Fucking terrible. I mean, terrible. Here's Mark Vientos now. Fucking terrible. Fastball misses low and away, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Vientos. Changeup, or sorry, splitter is low in the dirt, 2-0. I mean, like, it's like seriously, like, bases loaded, no outs. You're up 1-0. You have a chance to really, put the pressure on their throat, and you do that. I mean, that's the lack of killer instinct right there. Terrible. Terrible. Here's a 2-0 pitch. And that fastball misses, so Vientos has drawn a 3-0 count here. But it's like, seriously, like, BBA 100%. That could 100% come back to haunt us. Like, seriously. It's embarrassing. Come on, Mark. Let's go. 3-0. Good. Yep, there you go. That outside fastball gets called for a strike, but a good challenger by Vientos. Mets going to win their challenge, and he'll get on first base via a walk. Yep, there you go. And now here's Marcus Semien. Come on, Marcus. Let's go. Break out of this slump right here. Takes that fastball for a strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1. Turbo, what is going on? The amount of BS hits with bases loaded is embarrassing. Listen, that's fucking Brett Beatty for you right there. Can't fucking hit the ball in the air. And Semien hits that ball through the gap. That's going to be a base hit. Bichette will come in to score, and everyone else will hold up at their respective bases. So Marcus Semien there with a huge hit as he drives in another run, and the Mets taking as the Mets take a 2-0 lead. Good hit there by Marcus Semien. Takes a low splitter and hits into the gap. Just gets it over the the glove of Willy Adames. I'm not sure why Robert didn't come to score there. He should have made it with his speed, but it's another hit and another run here for the Mets. So they take a 2-0 lead here. And leap year, actually, Tim Leiper, the third base coach, actually told him to hold up. So we'll see what happens. All right, but the Mets take a 2-0 lead here. Let me update the... Now Benj will come up, takes that fastball away, so Mealy is ahead of him 0-2. And Benj swings through that fastball for the strikeout. So the Mets do come through with 2 runs here in this first inning to take an early 2-0 lead, but they could have scored more runs also. Obviously Robert there with that with the lack of awareness not to run there, and then Brett Beatty just with a terrible AB almost cost the Mets an extra second run. But thankfully Semien was able to come through there and drive in the second run of this ball game. So we now go to the bottom of the first, where Nolan McLean will take the mound for the Mets, as he will face Willy Adames, Rafael Devers, and Luis Arias to start off this ball game for his day on the mound.
Hello.
Hey, Carson, did you see your boy?
Oh, who? Semien?
No, the other one. The, She Wanna Be Famous. Hit into a double
famous?
play with the bases loaded,
Yeah, I saw that.
The ground ball merchant.
No. No, you have to understand something here. Okay, you have to understand something. You got to just give him time, okay? He's only 34 years old, all right? He's only 34. He's getting young. He's young. He's a young pup. Still pooks. You have to understand this, okay? Starting to agree with me? Ken's starting to agree with me? Should I change my opinion then?
The world must be ending.
The world must be ending. It's okay. More TikToks. More TikToks, he'll be fine. Taylor's in left field.
Wait, why did Soto come out?
Shit. Soto's out of the game. Well, that's not great.
Fastball in there for a strike. McClain ahead 0-1.
There's always something. Always something. Come on, Nolan.
Pitch gets in there. McClain ahead 0-2.
I've replayed the Cardinals game over and over with Carson crashing out over Beatty Granda. Dude, I just... It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Yeah, Soto's out. You knew we had to sacrifice something to get those runs. Come on.
0-2, fastball misses high, 1-2. It's Beatty's fault that Soto got injured.
Yeah, fuck Beatty. Beatty's a loser.
Here's the 1-2. McClain misses with that sweeper away, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Pitch misses outside, full count to Adames.
Don't be too spinny for your own good.
Adames fouls off that pitch. Here's the 3-2. Adames grounds that ball into the dirt. Lindor fields it cleanly over to first. Gets the first out.
Nice.
Good pitch. Good sinker there by McClain.
How long will Benj be? How long will Benj be up here? We'll see. We will see. And remember, if he doesn't do well, you always have maybe...
Oh, here's the highlight with Soto. Kind of looks like he's grimacing. Probably a hamstring.
2024, the purple dude. Something. All right. As long as it's likely precautionary.
As long as his leg didn't fall off, like.
But it's okay. We're winning the game. Obviously, we've never given a lead back, so we're going to be okay.
Pitch misses high and away, so McClain is down on Devers 2-0. Here's a 2-0. Fastball misses high and away, 3-0 count.
For someone who prides himself on not striking out. Yeah, I mean, he's
Here's
had a lot of swings and misses. I don't care. Listen, strikeouts are subjective for me. If you're swinging at pitches inside of the strike zone, that is fine. If you are chasing pitches that you shouldn't be swinging at, then we have a different problem. Such as maybe what Francisco Alvarez was doing.
Here's
when
the
he first
3-1. Devers fouls off that sinker, 3-2.
So as long as you swing at pitches inside the zone, it's good process. But, we'll see. He's going to struggle. I mean, that's basically it.
He's a rookie. He's the 3-2 pitch. Great pitch there by McClain to blow away Rafael Devers. So first strikeout of the game for Nolan McClain, and the Mets get the second out in this inning. His hair's just giving.
It really is. I'm really feeling it.
Hey, listen. We don't know what's going on with Soto right now, so we'll get the updates and we'll keep you guys updated. But hey, listen, Bo's starting to turn it around, so hey, listen, pick up the slack. All right, first pitch misses to Arise, 1-0. Second pitch misses high as well, so Arise ahead 2-0.
Get something out. Get something. Don't put something in his wheelhouse, please. Don't
Here's
be
the
like
2-0
David.
pitch. And Arise skies that pitch up. Bichette will get under that. And he'll make the final catch to record the final out of the inning. So good clean inning there by Nolan McLean as we head to the top of the second inning.
We are winning after an inning, guys. Couldn't say that last night.
Yeah, because someone else decided to, fucking take a shit on the mound. He's
Brett
blue
Beatty stepped
circles,
on
man.
Brett Beatty stepped on Soto's foot practicing the Pink Pony Club shuffle. Yeah, what's this?
It looks like it might be something with the hamstring, because as he was running around second base, he would kind of have like a grimace on his face. So obviously we'll see. Maybe it's something ankle. It's definitely something lower body related. Lower body injury. We're doing NHL style. Yay! Hopefully it's nothing bad. Like I said, we'll keep you guys updated. Obviously, we have Twitter pulled up on our screens here, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a Decomo update or something. Yeah, Decomo said Juan Soto has exited tonight's Mets game in the first inning. More to come, so I'm sure he'll give something. He's gonna giving. As long as he was able to walk off on his own, I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Groin, as long as it's not like oblique or anything.
Yeah, I don't need to go through the Jesse Winker thing all over again. Now, what sucks is Soto's really never been a guy through his career so far that's been an injury-prone guy. He usually plays almost every single game.
Well, I mean, if you ask people, he's already aging like shit. So.
Oh yeah, I mean,
42 years old.
Yeah, he's already like 37, so
Yeah.
But here's Alvarez with his first AB of the game as he takes that fastball low and away. So he's ahead 1-0.
True, exactly. They're already winning this game, right?
The 1-0 pitch. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. 1-1.
Can't blame an Alonso throw. I mean, it's kind of hard for Alonso to throw when he's not on the Mets, and also it's hard to throw the ball while you're on the bases. So
here's the 1-1, and Alvarez. Ooh, good play by Matt Chapman there. Alvy hit that ball hard, but Chapman, very good fielder, multi-time platinum glove winner, snags that ball out of the air to record the first out.
Doug, you were making me laugh so much last night, and you're continuing into it right now. I blame Beatty ground balls. Yeah, those happen a lot, don't they? If only there was somebody to tell people and warn everyone about this, but, there's no bitterness.
All right, guys, we have an injury update. It's not on Juan Soto, but it is on Andrew. He's under the weather tonight, so he's not going to be on the live stream. So.
Oh, great. Welcome to Mets Weekly, where we only hire soft people.
Yeah, he farted too much.
That was his message. I just played his voice message for everyone.
Fastball gets in there on Lindor, so Melee is ahead of the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. And Lindor chases after that change or splitter in the dirt, and he strikes out for the second out of the inning. Yeah, he tried to see how many donuts he could stack, and the experiment went horribly wrong, so yeah. But Evan should be joining later, so we'll see. Here's Tyrone Taylor here for his first AB after he replaced Juan Soto in the bottom of the first. As he takes the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Takes that fastball outside for a ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And Tyrone Taylor hits that ball, but it's fielded clean by Chapman over to first. 3 outs. So the Mets are unable to record any hits or any runs in the second inning. So we head to the bottom of the second, where McLean will face Chapman, Jung-Ho Lee, and Elliot Ramos.
Beatty really is our Zach Wilson. Per Will Salmon, Juan Soto left the Mets game in San Francisco with right calf tightness. All right.
It's not the worst.
As long as he was able to walk off the field, that's fine. We're fine. We will be okay. The fact that I can be a level-headed fan now that we have a new team and a new look is so rewarding. It really is. It feels good. Takes a lot of stress off of me. Really is. I don't have to worry about players that have been here for 7,000 years and I'm just tired of seeing them repeat on over and over and over again. And the only guys who have been here for multiple years are stars.
And thank you for the update, Armand.
Yeah, shout out Armand. Armand's always on top of that stuff.
And what is going on as well, Armand?
What's good, homie? Either way, if you guys have not liked the stream, make sure to do so. It would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe, notifications, all that great stuff. I feel like we need to have like a pregame prediction in these streams. Like somebody guesses who hits the hardest ball on the Mets or something. Maybe something like that. Right. I don't know.
Here's McLean's first pitch. Sinker misses for a ball. 1-0. Bro painted his fucking head as a baseball. 1-0.
Wow.
Very good sweeper there by McLean. He gets Matt Chapman to chase. 1-1.
I'm going to paint my entire head as a crumble cookie.
Here's the 1-1. McLean gets that sinker in there, and Chapman pops that up. Semien is underneath it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Yes. Very good sinker there by McLean. Very pooky.
Good start to this game by Semien. A lot better.
He drove in a run, made that catch.
Yep. No longer swinging from tree to tree.
It's almost like he's an experienced veteran who has dealt with struggles before. All right, here's McLean in against Jung-Ho Lee. The first pitch gets in there for... Can Alvarez start challenging some of these pitches? I mean, seriously, like...
That is now like the fifth one I've seen where he has not challenged them.
Listen, I get you want to be careful, you don't want to waste them, but like...
That's another one you could have challenged.
McLean behind 2-0.
Well, when you have the challenge system, it's hard to blame the ump. Like, it really is at this point.
2-0 pitch. Goes after that sinker there.
I think the pitch calling by Alvarez has been... Alvarez has called a really good game so far, but everything else behind the plate has just been sloppy from him so far.
Here's the 2-1. Sinker gets in there, clips the bottom part of the zone. 2-2.
Could be a strikeout already. He blew 2 challenges the other night. He may be on orders to limit the challenges. And then he didn't challenge one he should have challenged.
And Lee gets underneath that. Taylor gets underneath it to record the second out of the inning. So quick work here by McLean to get the first 2 outs.
Okay, someone get Jung-Ho Lee a helmet that doesn't fall off. Trade everyone for Shea. Shea Langoliers, yeah, he's tearing it up right now.
All right, here's Elliot Ramos in here for first AB. McLean gets that fastball in there for a strike. 0-1.
Let's go, Nolan.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball gets cutter gets fouled off. 0-2. Come on, Nolan, put him away.
Here we go. I prefer David Peterson hours. Yeah, me too. Me too. I was really enjoying it last night. I really was.
It was really fun.
It was character building. You know?
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 1-2.
Overthrew that one. Jeez.
Listen, David, he's just misunderstood. He's like Brett Beatty. You have to give him more time.
He's kind of like Kako.
Yeah.
Scapegoat.
Here's the 1-2. Sweeper misses low and away, 2-2.
Scapegoat in the playoffs. It says that in the Cat in the Hat book, actually.
Big eyes.
Yep.
All right, here's the 2-2 pitch by McLean. Fastball is hit up the middle, but it's fielded cleanly by Semien over to first. 3 outs. Another very good inning of work here by Noel McLean as he retires the side in order. To the top of the third we go. Also, guys, just a quick announcement. If you guys were wondering why for anyone that was watching the stream on Met Central, for anyone that was wondering why the stream was pulled and didn't see the community announcement, so we will no longer be streaming the games and watch-alongs over on Met Central. They will strictly be on Mets Weekly. So if you guys want to watch these streams, make sure to come over here to Mets Weekly, subscribe, because this is the only place on YouTube where these streams will be shown.
We just figured we wanted to, steal all the viewership from you guys, because it's about hijacking,
Yeah. And the reason why is in the private chat.
Yes. Yes.
Very dirty. Carson, you're not showing off your balloons tonight? What happened?
I had to put them away. I got an email from YouTube that they didn't like it. I CGI'd them for the Twitter version of the stream on my account, specifically from my account. But
are we doing any content on Met Central anymore? It depends. I mean, like we were talking about, if there's any downtime and we feel like maybe doing like a Q&A stream, we might be doing that. But I mean, obviously the podcast, those will be taken care of by Carson, Andrew, and Frank. If they need anyone to step in, of course, me and Evan will fill in for those podcasts as well. But the amount of content on the Met Central channel will be limited. Everything will basically be full-time here, apart from maybe a couple side things on there.
Yeah, we'll see.
And Bo Bichette lines that ball into center field for his second hit of the day. Very good start here by Bo Bichette, and a very good series by him so far.
Wow. Bo Bichette, after his career was finished. I did not get a reach out. To be honest, Armand, I'm kind of offended that I wasn't yet. I'm not going to lie. Kind of offended. But you know what?
All right, here's Lou Bob in here for a second AB. Of course, he walked to load up the bases in his first at-bat, but he takes that fastball low and away for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Another good take there by Lou Bob. Takes that splitter in the dirt, 2-0.
Oh, God.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Lou Bob will hit that ball. Fielded cleanly by Chapman over to second base, over to first. Double play.
Oh. No!
And now here's Mr. Ground Ball Man up for his second AB of the day.
I think he's going to lift the ball now that nobody's on base.
You wanna go viral? We f***ing for hours. That got power. That got power.
All right, here's the first pitch to Beatty. Skies that ball foul. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Beatty takes that ball in for a strike. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Beatty just stays in that AB as he fouls off that splitter. Count still 0-2.
Give him the splitter again. He won't even notice. Whiff right through it.
Here's the 0-2, and he swings
There
and
it
misses
is!
at that splitter in the third.
Hey!
That got power. That got power.
Yeah, what the hell do I know?
Beatty strikes out
only
the
been-
Mets.
It's only been like 1,200 ABs, right, in the major leagues, you know?
I think he needs 1,200 more ABs.
Beatty is
But
washed. He was never dirty.
But the Mets waste a leadoff single there by Bo Bichette as they are unable to score here in the top of the third. To the bottom of the third we go as McLean will face the bottom part of the Giants lineup. Harrison Bader will lead off, followed by Patrick Bailey and Schmidt. Ken saying Beatty will be sent down, come back in the second half and be decent.
Maybe he will. Or he has one
If
more
he
option.
had any plate discipline and pitch recognition, he'd be halfway decent. Yeah, but that's the thing. If does not equate to good baseball skills.
Look up in the sky!
It's if man. Does Beatty? No, I believe. No, he does. He has one more option left. Okay, yeah.
One more option. And then when they do use that option, he's going to get 3 more just so he can stay in the organization and piss me off. I think that's in the CBA, actually. And that's why it's getting renegotiated, because this is bad.
$186 of you guys watching the live stream. As always, thank you guys for your support. Hit the like button and subscribe.
Does Andrew have any options? I don't think so. No, I think he's on vet. He's on vet minimum.
He just likes to eat donuts. That's it. All right, but here's Noel McLean out for his third inning of work, facing Harrison Bader, the former Met. And he gets that fastball in there for a strike, so McLean is ahead 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses high and away, 1-1. No, he will not. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball again misses outside. 2-1 count. Here's a 2-1 pitch by McLean. Fastball misses high and in. 3-1 count to Harrison Bader. On Nolan. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Sinker is fouled off by Bader. Full count. Beatty is never winning a batting title in his life. He could turn the fucking difficulty down to rookie mode and he'd still never win a batting title. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and Bader lines that ball, but fielded beautifully by Bichette over to first base.
Nice.
1 out. He's just giving. I mean, he's so pixie. Good play, good diving play there by Bo. And that throw was on target. Listen, it's still early on right now, but Bo might be winning a certain award if the Mets win this ball game tonight. Beautiful sweeper in there by Bo. By McLean. He gets a head-on-one. Here's the 0-1. Sinker breaks Patrick Bailey's bat. Fielded clean by Semyon. Over to first. 2 outs.
This is why we love Nolan McLean.
Look at that. Look at that pitch.
Look at that. Just sawed his ass. Pause. That's fucked up even for our stream.
Sawed his ass.
McNeil won a batting title. Yeah. Because he cheated.
Oh, I guess the Giants made a late change here because Encarnacion is in for Schmidt. All right. Well, McLean's ahead 0-1. Oh, Jesus, that movement on
yeah,
that.
Scott did not have a good 2026 debut.
Oh, he got bombed?
Yeah, he did not look good. Tong struggled too.
McLean ahead 0-2. Beautiful sweeper there by McLean. He gets Encarnacion to strike out, and McLean with another clean inning here in the third inning. To the top of the fourth we go for the Mets. Vientos, Semyon, and Benj will bat here in the top of the fourth.
Encarnacion. I guess it was a late scratch, I'm guessing.
I guess, yeah.
I can update the lineup for everyone here. I can also put Taylor in there too.
Yeah.
People that are a little squeamish to typos. You know what I'll do? I'll highlight Taylor as yellow because he did not start this game. Which is smart like that. Okay. Doop 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 ba-doop doop. All right. Anyone mention how pathetic this third base coach is? He's not been impressive. He definitely hasn't been. Casey Schmidt gets scratched with back tightness. Okay. Interesting. All right, well, he was destroying us yesterday, so I can't say that I'm, very upset to see him go. But hope all is well for him, because I'm pretty sure yesterday was that his debut, or is that the other guy? Susak was having his debut. Never mind. He was destroying us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The 8 and 9 hitters last night for the Giants were a combined 6 for 6. So it was sick.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, thank you again, Armand, for the update. All right. Here's Vientos in here for his second AB of the night. Takes that fastball outside, 1-0.
Stay swaggy. Come on.
Here is the 1-0 pitch by Maley. Fastball taken low and outside, 2-0. Another good take there by Vientos. Of course, he drew a walk in his first AB.
He's doing it again.
Well, it's because JD's back, that's why. 2-0, misses wide, 3-0 count to Vientos. Take all the way, Mark.
He gave him the never mind.
JD is back, so that's why Vientos actually looks like a competent hitter again.
It was gonna sound weird, whatever
Here's a 3-0
I was
pitch.
gonna say, so I'm not gonna do it.
Fastball in there for a strike. Oh, BBA, if you missed it, Soto came out of the game with calf tightness.
Right calf tightness.
Here's 3-1 pitch. Vientos fouls that pitch back. Full count.
Come on, Mark. Bring it.
All right, here's the full count pitch. And Vientos lines
Yeah!
that ball into left field for another base hit.
Yeah!
Or first base hit. Yeah!
Stay swaggy! You know, I'm going to say this again, and I don't know if anybody heard me say it. He's a really good player when he hits.
He is. I mean, you just have to look, from 2 years ago.
Yeah. It's almost like when we talked about McNeil, where, if he doesn't hit 300.
And now here's Marcus
Offensively.
Semien in for a second AB of the night as he fouls back that splitter for strike one.
I mean, I could say that about anyone. I mean, like role players, you can say other about like guys who aren't getting paid the big bucks. You can say it like.
Here's the 0-1. That pitch should have been called a strike, but Semi gets the luck of the call there, so 1-1.
Bailey's a fucking sniper, so he's gonna
Yeah.
get every single call right.
I mean, they also wasted one of their challenges already, so the Giants are down a challenge already. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Semien, little chopper, and that's gonna go foul.
Oh my god, he grounded it to his old teammate from Oakland. That's so pixie.
And they also both play for the Blue Jays. Not at the same time, but they both play for the Blue Jays.
And then Matt Chapman came over to San Francisco to play for Bob Melvin, and then they fired him. That is one whiff that I'll always be upset about the Mets not trading for Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman.
That'll always be one whiff that I wish.
But we had Beatty. Here's the 1-2
We had Beatty,
pitch.
and we also had Escobar.
Yeah. Here's the 2-2. Or sorry, the last pitch missed wide. So 2-2.
Polanco Achilles is concerning. They said he's progressing well, so we'll see what happens there. But
And Marcus Semien lines that ball into center field. That ball's gonna carry. That ball's gone. Marcus Semien with a dead center home run gives the Mets a 4-0 lead.
although his career may be over, that was a nice swing. Wow.
Semien got the count to 2-2, and he took that fastball out to dead center as he extends the Mets lead to 4-0, and that's his first home run as a New York Met.
It has happened. What did I tell y'all? There's something left in that bat. All right, he ain't no scrub. Okay.
And now here's Benj, and he lines that ball to left field, but it's going to be caught by Elliot Ramos to record the first out of the inning. Yup, fastball right down the middle. Wait. You're supposed to do damage on pitches down the middle? I thought that was illegal. All right, now here's Alvarez for a second AB, and he takes that ball out to center field. That ball's going to carry, and that ball's going to sail out. Francisco Alvarez, with his first home run of the year, takes that fastball out to dead center. Oh, sorry, second home run. Sorry, second. And the Mets extend their lead to 5-0 here in the top of the fourth.
We like it. We like it. Did I just watch Semien go dead center? Yeah, in the deepest part of Oracle as well.
That's the LV we need. Second dead center home run for the Mets this inning.
Wow. Was Soto the problem?
Maybe he was.
We can't just enjoy that the Mets are winning. We have to create conspiracies.
Yeah. Well,
It's kinda just our thing.
there'll be a John Heyman story coming out later tonight.
We have to have an
All right.
article about every teammate Lindor has ever had. So
All right, Lindor now in here with a 1-1 count. Takes that pitch outside, but the umpire calls it a strike. So 1-2 count to Lindor. That's going to be a tiki take tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Lindor drives that ball just foul.
getting some great swings.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Lindor, and he swings, and that ball gets grounded into the dirt. Fielded cleanly by Arise over to first, 2 outs. All right, here's Tyrone Taylor now for his second AB since coming in for Soto. Takes that fastball low and away for a ball, 1-0.
Taylor? Oof. Taylor's... Wait a minute. Taylor's batting second. What is Mendoza doing?
Strike gets in there for a 1-1. Goes after that split in the dirt. So Maley is ahead 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Taylor takes that splitter in the dirt. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Taylor hits that ball into the dirt, fielded cleanly by Adames over to first. 3 outs. So the Mets are able to extend their lead further on 2 home runs in this inning, a 2-run shot by Marcus Semien, and then 2 batters later, a solo shot by Francisco Alvarez. So the Mets are up 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and McLean will face at the top of the Giants batting order.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's time for Dick Lovelady to come in.
Yeah. McLean looks a bit winded on the mound. The Mets are winning. I wonder if we'll get any songs tonight.
Maybe. Yeah, I've done some tests with the audio, and it seems like when I do put on the songs with the button, they are louder. So
Okay.
I think I'll hit the buttons, and you guys don't have to worry about it.
Look at Carson, always wanting to be in control, as always.
Well,
Typical behavior.
typical heritage. Maybe because, I mean, I could, because I don't think you can adjust the volume on the sounds. I mean, you could. All right.
223 of you guys watching. Thank you guys for your support. Hit the like and subscribe button. Share the live stream as well. All right, now here's McLean out here for his 4th inning of work. Doug, there was an update. Soto had right calf tightness.
Yeah. Yeah, Salmon put out the update.
Yeah, Salmon put it out too, yeah.
Because DeComo's washed.
Yeah. Sinker misses low and in there. Fastball misses high and away. McLean behind Adames 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Sinker misses in. 3-0 count. Yeah, Brian, I gotta agree. Salmon's elite. I mean, he was breaking
Salmon's
so many.
top dog. Salmon's top dog.
Here's the 3-0 pitch, and fastball just clips the top of the zone. 3-1. Yeah, I mean the amount of signings that Salmon broke this offseason, he's working his way up the pecking order in terms of MLB.
I think Salmon's already number one among Mets reporters. Close second, Max Goodman. Shout out Max, former guest on the show about a week ago.
Here's 3-1. Cutter gets in there for a strike. So McLean works to count back to 3-2.
Yeah.
Salmon is eventually going to be, just an MLB reporter, league-wide in general. 3-2, and McLean works back from a 3-0 count to strike out Adames. First out of the inning for McLean.
Bring it.
Salmon is going to be on par with Jeff Passan pretty soon. Yeah, Tony. Like I said, he's the next Passan. Fastball misses away here to Rafael Devers. 1-0.
In terms of the accuracy, Salmon is the best. Mayer does a good job with his accuracy too.
Sweeper bends in there. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Beautiful changeup there by McLean. Gets Devers swinging over the top of it. 1-2 count. Who will be the Gary Cohen successor? I don't even know.
The
1-2
I hope
pitch.
it's not Steve Gelbs.
Changeup misses low and away. 2-2. I'm gonna get the job. I don't know.
Why does everyone hate? I don't think anybody hates Gelbs. I think they don't like him as a play-by-play guy.
Here's the 2-2 pitch.
He's not.
Fastball
great
misses.
at it.
No. Fastball misses up and in 3-2. No, Gelbs is a good sideline guy, but as a play-by-play guy, no. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and Devers hits that but fielded clean by Beatty for the second out of the inning.
Did you see that?
Got power.
Tony sharing his displeasure for Gelbs as a play-by-play guy. What's going on, Tony?
Oh, now Unc wants to wake up.
Wayne Randazzo, I mean, he's currently working right now as the Angels play-by-play guy on TV, so Arias is going to sky that pitch. Taylor's going to come onto that to record the final out of the inning. So another 1-2-3 here by McLean.
It could be the guy in the booth. What is it? Pat Murphy, maybe? Not Murphy.
For the
not
radio.
Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy's the
Pat. What's his name? I mean, Keith Rad could do it because he's one of the
Keith Rad,
the radio.
Yeah. Alex Fouth from MSG. That could happen.
Yeah, Alex Fouth is good for MSG.
No, Bob Murphy. No, Bob Murphy's gone. Bob Murphy's dead.
Yeah.
I said Pat Murphy. That's the Brewers manager.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? And hold on, I actually have that written down. Believe it or not, on a graphic somewhere. I can actually look that up. Hold on.
Yeah. Bob Murphy. Bob Murphy's dead.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
Ian Eagle.
I think he's better at college basketball.
Yeah. Sam Rhodes is going to do the Mets.
Pat McCarthy. Pat
McCarthy.
He's the other one. Pat McCarthy. It's
Keith,
the radio
Keith
guy.
Rad Keith Rad and Pat McCarthy.
Yeah, Keith Rad, Pat McCarthy, and then obviously Howie Rose is still there.
Which I mean, they're going to be full time now since it's going to be Howie's last year. So next year they'll be the full time radio guys. But eventually one of those guys will probably be moved up to TV play by play. All right, here's Bo Bichette up here for his third AB of the game. He's 2 for 2 already.
Todd Zeal.
Zeal's all right.
Zeal is okay. Like one guy I want replacing as color commentary is Daniel Murphy. That's who I want.
Yeah, Murph is good. Bichette takes that fastball up and away, 1-0.
If they want to do Blevins, sure. Blevins, I guess. That wouldn't be bad. Because, like, if you were going to go hitting and pitching analysis.
Bichette hits that ball to Adames. First out of the inning.
The career's done again.
It's Jover.
Hold on.
All right, now here's Lou Bob up here for his third AB. Walked in his first AB in the first inning, and then hit into a double.
Tony, I don't see that happening at all. Nope. Nope.
Andy Martino's going to be the play-by-play.
If Andy Martino does play-by-play, I want highlights the whole time, dude.
Splitter gets fouled away, 1-1.
Ricker can talk about his string training grand slam, or his 13-inning home runs. Doesn't he have like 3 of them?
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball's taken low and away, 2-1. Giants got JT Brubaker warming up in their bullpen.
Let me...
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate, 2-2.
I'm going to attempt to get a special guest on here. Give me a second.
A special guest.
Attempt.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a good take there by Lou Bob as he lays off that splitter in the dirt as he works the count to a full count. Come on, Lou Bob, let's go. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he hits that ball right up the middle, but it's fielded cleanly by Arise over the first, 2 outs.
No, it is not. No. No, it is not. No.
It isn't any of those guys. I mean, even I have a feeling who it's going to be, but or I have an idea of who you're asking.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Doug, you're killing me, man.
All right,
first, we got to lock in on Brett. Hold on.
You wanna go viral? We f***ing for hours. You got power. That pussy got power.
Or whatever those TikTokers do.
All right. Strike taking at the knees for Beatty there. He's behind 0-2. I wonder what's going to happen next. The 0-2 pitch. Beatty takes that fastball up and in. 1-2.
Come on. Let's go. Go, Brett. We believe in you. We believe that you can achieve.
Beatty fouls off that splitter to stay alive in the AB. 1-2 still.
Another secondary. Can't succeed against.
All right. Maley into his windup, the 1-2, and Beatty fouls off that splitter away. Still 1-2. I'd imagine this is going to be Maley's last inning of work. He's already at 87 pitches, so the Giants should be going to their bullpen next inning. Drafted at Carroll, burning hell, Brody. The 1-2 pitch.
And
Beatty
Logan Gilbert, too.
Beatty takes that fastball up and in for another ball, 2-2.
He was taking over Corbin Carroll and Logan Gilbert. And Zach Thompson, who's a pretty solid lefty.
Ooh, close call there. But Beatty takes a ball there low in the strike zone. So he works the count back to 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Beatty fouls off that fastball away.
Soto replaced. Yep, he was replaced. Calf tightness.
Why are you hitting yourself?
I don't know.
Here's the
Feels
3-2
good.
pitch. And Beatty swings and misses that splitter. Strike 3.
For hours. You got power. That got power.
Another breaking ball he can't hit. This is... guys, what have I been saying? I don't know what to tell you. It's nauseating. It's every time. Why throw the guy a fastball? Why? Can't handle anything in the lower third of the zone. Can't handle anything. Chases everything. Can't identify a breaking ball. For shit. Can't do it. Won't adjust to it. Won't make adjustments at all. Can't adapt. And it's been like this forever. I don't know what to tell you. Not just 8 games in. It's now 7 years of this guy's pro career.
Well, we move to the
Doesn't
bottom of the
change.
5th now. Chapman, Jung-Ho Lee, and Elliot Ramos will be in there for the Giants. As McLean faces the middle part of the Giants order. The Mets were gonna draft Trout, and Yankees signing Teixeira gave the Angels a sandwich pick. If that's Trout, I didn't know that. That Trout's draft pick was a compensation pick. I mean, he was taken 21st in the first round, so it was a late first round pick.
I believe if I know this correctly, if I know if this is the correct thing, and Doug, you probably know this better than me because you've been talking a lot about their draft picks. I believe the pick that we gave up to sign K-Rod, was that the one? No, that was the one they took Randall Grichuk with, which was a good pick.
Chapman gets underneath that pitch. Bo Bichette will get underneath it. 1 out.
Yeah, I know the Mets.
McLean's working
Yeah,
quickly.
the Mets
here.
had something to do. Yeah, the Mets had something to do with the draft. Something. Yeah.
I mean,
But
those things always work because they lost Mike Hampton when he signed with Colorado, and that compensation pick turned to David Wright. So
Omar loved. Omar Minaya. Yeah, Minaya loved Trout. That's right.
pitch misses outside
Not
for a
many
ball.
scouts actually like
1-0
Trout.
count.
That's the crazy thing.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Pitch misses high and away. 2-0 to Jung-Ho Lee.
A lot of scouts thought that his his swing wouldn't be able to wouldn't be able to adapt to out of the zone
Sweeper.
pitches or something.
Sweeper
Whatever it
misses
was, I
away.
forget what it
3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Fastball gets in there for a strike. 3-1.
Trout has a very unconventional swing, so I get that, but he's so quick.
Here's the 3-1 by McLean. Fastball gets in there again for another strike. Works the count back from 3-0 to 3-2. All right, here's the 3-2 pitch. And that sweeper is going to be hit into the dirt. McLean will take that fielded cleanly, steps on first for the second out. McLean gets to this one.
Yes.
I don't want to say anything just yet, but he's
Do it.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything, but he's pitching well right now. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying he's pitching well. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just saying he's pitching well. That's it.
Yeah, he also has.
All right, here's Elliot Ramos now in there. McLean gets ahead of him with a fastball 0-1. Come on, Nolan. Here's the 0-1. Pitch misses low and away, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Ramos fouls that sinker off, 1-2. Come on, Nolan.
Here we go.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Sweeper misses low and away. For a ball, 2-2.
He's feeling
Come
it.
on. Come on, Nolan. Here's the 2-2. Sweeper misses low and away again. Full count. Here's the 3-2.
Oh, that's beautiful.
What a fucking beautiful pitch. Yo, Nolan McClain, that's fucking disgusting. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What a fucking sweeper. That is fucking disgusting. Oh my god.
That is just gorgeous. All right, bring in Richard Lovelady. That is disgusting. Wow. Beatty would have hit that. True. That is knee buckling shit right there.
Another clean inning by McClain.
Wow. Oh boy. Oh boy.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Stop with Dick. No. He will never leave.
Yeah, Brian, he's fucking disgusting. I mean, Jesus Christ. The fact that this guy is going to be our future pitcher for... It's exciting.
All right.
That fucking pitch is nasty. That was just fucking disgusting. Jesus Christ. The way he got that shit to bend back into the zone.
Nasty. Hey, when when it's working for him, you know he can buzzsaw anyone. Oof.
I'm sorry, but I get you want to be careful with your challenges, but I'm sorry for Alvarez. If anything is close to the plate, you have to challenge now.
At this point, yeah. All right, looks like Malley's done. Wow.
Max, I think it just worked out with spring training starts. That's why Peterson's the number 2 guy, but hey, you shouldn't read anything into that.
Yeah, it's all just basically how the order of the
right.
team.
JT Brubaker is now to pitch for the Giants, and he falls behind Mark Vientos 2-0. Another good AB so far being worked here by Vientos.
Oh my god, Grimace is coming. Vientos is good again.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ball taken outside, 3-0.
All right, Mark.
Take all the way, Mark.
Have a day, Marcus.
Here's the 3-0. Fastball in there for a strike, 3-1.
Mike Francesa.
Here's the 3-1. Fastball misses outside, so Mark Vientos draws his second walk of the game, and he's on base for the 3rd time in this game.
And Vientos is good. The Mets are good.
Very good game so far for Vientos.
I think we should bench him tomorrow. We can't
And
let
now
this get to
here's-
his head.
Yeah, you have to humble him.
Yeah.
All right, here's Semien now up for his 3rd AB of the game. He's 2 for 2. Has 3 RBIs so far in this game as well. Drove it around with the 1st inning, and then had a 2-run shot in the 4th inning. But he's behind 0-1. And he's now behind 0-2. Good slider there by Brubaker.
From Anthony DeComo on Twitter, absolute disgusting sweeper to nick the inside corner. This pitch had 23.3 inches of glove side break, almost a full 2 feet. Wow.
Changeup gets taken to the dirt. 1-2 count here by Semien.
Fans demand angry fam. I wonder
Here's
who...
the 1-2. And that fastball is going to nick just the outside the corner for a strikeout. So Brubaker gets his first strikeout of the game. And now here's Carson Bench.
Stinks.
Semien's career's over now, too.
Well, it was a good run.
All right, here's Benj up here now for his third AB of the game. And he lays off that high fastball, 1-0.
All right.
How do we feel about Benj? Hey, listen, he's a rookie. He's gonna have some struggles. Like, this is not like, we shouldn't be surprised that he kind of, was looking a little bit, I don't want to say the word underwhelming, but he looks kind of overmatched. Listen, he's a rookie. He's gonna.
I said it earlier. In the stream. As long as he is swinging at pitches inside the zone, we are good.
Here's
with
the
it.
1-1. Bench hits that back to the pitcher. Brubaker over to second, over to first. That's a double play.
Drafted over Yasievich.
So
I thought
Brubaker.
I think. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I'll just say Brubaker has that leadoff walk to Vientos, but he's able to work around it to get out of the inning. To the bottom of the sixth we go, as McLean will face the bottom part of the Giants lineup, where he'll face Bader, Bailey, and Encarnacion.
Beatty didn't have any struggles. He had a home run in his first AB. Damn right!
Wanna go viral. We f***ing for hours. That got power. That got power.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, Bench is alright. It takes time. Listen, some people are different. Like DeLauder, I mean, he hit 2 home runs on opening day, and then he hit 2 home runs in the Guardians' home opener today. So he's on fucking fire right now for the Guardians. And McGonagall's also been good so far.
April stats are never...
All right, but here we go. Bottom of the sixth. See if Nolan can continue his good form so far. Yeah, it's a good thing, Doug, that they had the good first inning, but they were able to at least, have another good inning of offense. So it's not just like a one and done like what we saw last year.
Is MJ Melendez still in the organization? Yes. He's just getting
in AAA.
ABs. Yeah. He lost a lot of time because he was in the WBC, and he didn't get many ABs there. So they were like, okay, he's going to start off in AAA. He's on a split conference. Melendez hit a home run.
Melendez hit a home run
cool.
today.
Cool.
All right, here's Bader in for a second AB. Sweeper just misses, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch by McLean. Fastball misses, 2-0. That's the one thing about McLean tonight. He's been behind in a lot of ABs, but he's been able to work back from it. Here's the 2-0. Bader swings and misses at that cutter, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sweeper misses low, 3-1.
This might be the end.
Here's the 3-1 count. And he walks him. So that's the end of the perfect game. McLean. But he still has something else going for him, which...
Alvey tried to squeeze that in so bad.
All right, listen, got some pressure off you. Just go after Bailey here. And he swings and misses at that high fastball, 0-1.
How many pitches would you let McLean go for tonight?
Here's
I don't
the
know.
0-1.
We'll see.
Pitch misses in, 1-1.
Come on, McLean.
Here's the 1-1. Sweeper misses low and away, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouls off that fastball, 2-2.
75 pitches. It depends where he's at. It really does. It'd be nice to see like a double play here.
Here's the 2-2. Sweeper misses low. Full count to Patrick Bailey.
Fastball down to 92. I think he's throwing more sinkers, but he's starting to lose his stuff a little bit. Might get Justin Willard out to the mound in a second.
Here's the
3-2 like that.
And why are we not
Let's see where that pitch was. Yeah, that should have been challenged.
I don't get why he's not challenging.
He's not challenging that because, he's a troll. He's El Troll. Alvey, I hate you. I hate this guy defensively right now. Kid can hit, but Jesus Christ.
All right, but McLean has walked both Bader and Bailey in this inning. Here's Encarnacion now up here for the Giants, but Justin Willard did just pay a visit to McLean, so let's see if you could get him back on the wraps here a little bit. Here's the first pitch. Encarnacion goes after that sweeper, 0-1. Come on, Nolan. Here's the 0-1. Sweeper misses, 0-2. All right, McLean into his windup. Oof. Did he go?
He went.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah, he went.
That's fucking disgusting.
That started in the zone.
The amount of fucking boom he
wiffle ball
generates.
pitcher. Fucking wiffle ball pitcher.
All right, but now McLean is ahead of Encarnacion here, 1-2. Let's see if he can put him away. Here's the 1-2. Sweeper is fouled off.
Come on.
Come on, Nolan. Get through it. Come on, Nolan. Here's the 1-2. And he fouls off that sweeper again. So Encarnacion's still alive in this AB.
So he's the late scratch that breaks your heart.
1-2 pitch again. And he fouls off that fastball inside.
Still pumping 97 here. Oh, man. Come on. Well,
here's the 0-1. I mean, sorry, the 1-2. That pitch almost hits him. Thank God it didn't. 2-2. Come on, Nolan. 2-2. Fouls off that sweeper again. Yeah, this is going to be his last inning of work.
Bottom of the lineup here. Jeez.
Here's the 2-2. And he hits that ball out into right field, but Benj will get underneath that, record the first out. Bader will tag up and move over to third base.
All right.
But double play is still in order here.
Didn't miss the cutoff, man. Nice throw, Benj.
And now Adames will be up here for the Giants.
Willie Adames.
Yeah, I think they should have Rayleigh up right now for just in case that this gets to Devers.
Yeah.
Like, who was saying it? Doug was saying it right here.
Met Dopa? Is that on purpose?
Yeah, probably.
20 pitches this inning.
Now here's Adames up here. Fastball misses low and away, 1-0. Sinker misses 1-0.
Listen, I know he's a beloved mascot, but can that seal fuck off? Stop trying to distract Nolan.
Here's the 1-2.
You see him doing that shit?
Yeah. That pitch misses again, 2-0. Oh, and there is Mr. Patriot himself.
Guys, tune in. Our future Grammy Award-winning song coming soon.
And Adames fouls off that. I think this is going to be his last batter either way.
Likely. Devers on deck.
Come on, Nolan.
Devers versus...
Here's the 2-1. And Adames fouls back that fastball. 2-2. Oh, Nolan. Put him away. Put him away. Here's the 2-2. Sweeper misses. Full count to Adames. Come on, Nolan. 3-2. And Adames lines that ball into the gap. That ball is going to get down. Bader will come in to score. That's going to be a ground rule double.
All right, well.
Giants get their first hit of the game. But thankfully, that ground rule double kind of does hold the runners up. So instead of 2 runs, only it keeps them to 1 run.
I believe that's going to be it.
Stayed over the plate too much.
I think that's going to be it. But that did save a run. Benj kind of looks upset that he didn't get it for his college teammate there. But, hey. What are you going to do? It's all his fault. Send him down to the minors. All right, That's it. That's it. You pitched one hell of a game, kid. You pitched one hell of a game.
McClain comes out on 5 1/3 innings of work on 93 pitches. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 walks. Would have liked him since he completes 6, but good work here by McLean. Now hopefully Rayleigh comes in here and gets out of the jam. And here
Folks,
is the song.
Born in San Antonio, under that Texas sky, Uvalde roots run deep, where the strong ones learn to fly. Texas A&M Aggie, and drafted by the Cubs, chased the dream through the bushes, never once gave up. From the mound is firing, left arm slinging heat, slider biting hard, putting batters in defeat. Played in Houston, Tampa, now Queens, in the black and blue, but his heart's forever red, white and true. He's a left-handed patriot, standing tall and proud, American through and through, screaming it loud from the diamond to the flag. He's giving all he's got. Brooks Riley, number 25, never backing down, never stopping the fight. Yeah, he's a patriot. God bless that arm. God bless the USA.
That's our guy.
really, just, I mean, it's monumental when you think about it. It's monumental.
Here comes Brooks Raley in to face Rafael Devers as he gets him to foul off that first pitch to get ahead of the count, 0-1.
Devers is 1 for 4 with a strikeout against Rayleigh in his career.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Devers fouls off that sweeper. Raley is ahead, 0-2.
Comes out of the bullpen
Comes out
on
of
a
the bull-
bowl. That would be sick.
Brooks Raley, number 25. Come on, Brooks. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Almost got him chasing on that sweeper, but misses 1-2.
Yeah, the Mets don't like to challenge. I don't know. It seems like Terens likes to challenge, but Alvey doesn't. He's just mentally weak, I guess.
Come on, Brooks. All right, Raley into his windup. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Devers fouls off that sweeper again. Come on, Brooks. This is biggest part of the game right here. Here's the 2-1. Devers lays off that high pitch, 2-2. That needs to be played at. If we could get that played at Citi Field, then it never happened. It will never happen, but hopefully, maybe one day. Here's 2-2. Can't get him to chase that sweeper. Full count to Rafael Devers. What's going on, Kevin? Come on, Brooks. Put him away. Here's the 3-2. Fouls off that sweeper.
Jesus Christ. Hey.
Come on.
7 pitches, about to be an 8th.
That seal.
Okay, this seal has to stop being a dick. Respect your country.
3-2 pitch. And he swings and misses at that sweeper. Strike 2.
Yeah!
Strike 3, second out of the inning here for the Mets. And Rayleigh is 1 out away from maneuvering around the jam. Faces another lefty here in Luis maneuvering. Come on, Brooks. Come on, my left-handed Patriot. Do it for your country, Brooks. Oh, my fucking Alvy.
Alvy, come on, man.
But a run comes in to score here on a pass ball here. Giants score their second run of the inning, cut the lead down to 5-2. Bro, you have to catch.
What happened?
No, you gotta catch that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck's
Wow.
he doing?
Alvy is not patriotic at all. He really isn't.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Arise. Fastball catches the zone. 1-1.
Alvarez is lucky he's hitting. He's very lucky that he is hitting.
Here's the pitch. Sweeper or cutter is low. 2-1.
What do you think of the Mets GM? I mean, I like Stearns, but he is the devil because we are 3-4.
2-1. Arise fouls off that pitch. 2-2. What's up, Stone?
Stoned.
Oh, and here's the other guy warming up in the bullpen.
Why are they always back to back? Oh my god.
Mr. Brazaban is up on the is up in the bullpen. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Arise. Sweeper misses away. 3-2 count. And you guys know what happens when Brazaban gets in the game. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Arise fouls off that pitch behind.
This guy's such a pest. Oh my god. Just strike out already, man. God. Annoying.
Come on, Brooks. The full count. Oh, fucking. Arise fouls that pitch off again. Still 3-2.
This guy is such a pain in the ass, I swear to God.
Can he just go to, like, Japan or something? Or the Korean League?
Would be cool, right?
Alright, here's the 3-2 pitch again. Rayleigh. And Arise hits that into the dirt. Fielded cleanly by Beatty. Over to first. Oh, God. And Rayleigh...
Nice.
I got scared that he was going to fuck up that throw for a second.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Another
Mets got
good first baseman throw.
Mets got into a jam right there, but they were able to escape it with limited damage. Only give up 2 runs. Should have been really 1, but Alvarez let that pass ball go by. But the Mets are up 5-2 as they head to the top of the 7th. And if everything goes to plan, you guys should be getting another song performance for the bottom of the 7th.
What's Alvarez's deal behind the plate? His deal is he's been terrible. Yeah. Pretty much. What's going on, CP, though? Great
Yeah, what's up,
Mets content
CP?
creator right here.
Make sure you guys check him out and subscribe to his stuff. Follow him on Twitter as well. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Now, Alvarez is 100% lucky he's hitting because his defense has been atrocious. Atrocious. Either way, not sure if they're making a pitching change, but yeah. Yeah, Albie's been so bad defensively. He really has been.
All right, back here for the top of the 7th. Here's Alvarez in for his for his third AB of the night. 1 for 2 currently. Brubaker still on the mound here for the Giants. Changeup gets in there for a strike. Brubaker had 0-2. To pitch to Alvarez. And he just gets enough of that changeup to foul it off. So he stays alive in the AB.
He is lucky he is hitting. He is so lucky. He really is.
All right, here's the 0-2 pitch again. Lays off that slider away. 1-2.
This is their love lady. Is he their love lady? Is he like their... Is he a meme player?
All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to Alvey. Lays off that slider again away. Good take there.
The home run he hit was... I've never seen more of a hanger. I'm just glad that he's homering against hangers now.
Yeah, here's the 2-2. And he fouls off that slider again. 2-2 again.
Because we all know in another life, which was last year, that would be slapped to the opposite field and dunked. And probably a fly out, likely.
Whatever happens, happens. All right, 2-2 again. Lays off that high fastball. So Alvey was behind 0-2, and he works the count back in his favor to 3-2.
Come on, Alvey. Come on.
All right, here's the 3-2 pitch. And Alvarez crushes that ball into left field. That ball is gone. Francisco Alvarez with his second home run of the night and his third on the season as he extends the Mets lead to 6-2.
Like I said, he is lucky he's hitting.
He crushed that shit. Holy shit.
Destroyed it. God, wake up behind the plate and we might have a superstar on our hands.
Hanger over the heart of the plate, and he destroyed that pitch.
Oh my goodness. Whew.
Now here's Lindor. Pitch gets in there for a 0-1 count. Just dead red heat.
Albie is forgiven for the 6th inning miscues.
Well, they got the run back.
A great wad of tobacco in his mouth. I guess he can't. Can he do it while he catches? I mean, I don't know if he can communicate. These are the things we need to know. Yeah, it's great to see him hitting. He looks great at the plate.
All right.
He does look
Lindor
great.
lays off that pitch away, 2-1. I mean, that's what I kind of said going into this inning. I'm like, you let up 2 runs, get at least 1 run back to just get that nice cushion back a little bit. And Alvey, was one of the main reasons why the Giants were able to get that second run in, and he made up for it. So, listen,
he does while he's catching? Oh, okay.
All right, here's the 2-2 pitch to Lindor. Fouls off that changeup to stay alive in the AB.
Got the run back. Yep.
Got the run back, Sam. That's what we were saying. $2.95. You guys watching? We're almost at 300 viewers. So as always, leave a like and subscribe, guys. Thank you for your support. Share the live stream as well. Let's get this to 300. And that pitch taken outside again. So Lindor works the count to 3-2. Back-to-back full counts here for the Mets in the 7th inning. Here's the 3-2, and Lindor lays off that pitch in the dirt for ball 4.
There
so
we go.
Lindor draws a walk here.
All right.
Good AB there by Lindor. And now here's Tyrone Taylor up here. He crushed that shit. Fuck. Bro, there's a couple candidates here for player of the game.
There are.
And Taylor fouls that fastball off, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Taylor, and he fouls that ball off inside again. So Brubaker ahead 0-2. All right, Brubaker into his windup. Here's the pitch, and Taylor fouls off that changeup to stay alive in the AB. Still 0-2. Bichette on deck here for the Mets.
All right.
Here's the 0-2, and Taylor swings and misses at that fastball for strike 3. Brubaker gets the first out of the inning here with a strikeout.
Like, I got everything else. I got everything else, though.
Could you take care of this from now on? Yeah, that's fine.
How do you hang turn? Andrew, shut up.
He's always asking the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, he's always asking the hard-hitting questions, yeah. Meanwhile.
And Bo Bichette in here, and he fouls off that first pitch foul. So Brubaker had 0-1. All right, Bichette fouls off that pitch again. So he's behind 0-2. Matt Gage in the bullpen warming up here for the Giants. And Bo hits that ball over the head of Luis Ariz. That ball's going to get into the gap, cut off by Jung-Ho Lee. Bo Bichette's going to get into second base with a stand-up double, and that allows Francisco Lindor to move into third base. So Bo Bichette continuing his very nice day at the plate with his third hit of the ball game.
All right.
All right, now here's Lou Bob up here for his third AB. Takes that pitch for a strike, 0-1.
Bichette breakout game. Damn right. Damn right. Three for 4.
Come on, Lou Bob. Here's the 1-1. He fouls off that fastball. 1-2. Andrew, you're such an asshole. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to Lou Bob. And he taps that ball, and that ball's going to fall in. Lindor's going to come around with the score. Bo Bichette will also come around to score. Oh, no, Bichette stays at third, sorry. But Lindor does come in to score, so Lou Bob there with an RBI single as he brings another run to extend the Mets' lead to 7-2. So the Mets had the Mets lost 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th, but they regained those 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. Good piece of hitting there by Lou Bob.
All right.
Matt Gage will come in now for the Giants.
Former Met Matt Gage is with the organization for like a second, so he's looking for some revenge.
And you know who's up to bat for the Mets, right?
You wanna go viral? Viral. You f***ing for hours. Hours. That got power. That p*** got power.
Good day to play for the Mets today. All right, but guys, we are officially over 300 viewers. Thank you guys for the support and the viewership. Hit the like and subscribe button as well. Share the live stream as well. If you guys
I'm
got
starting
any
to think Andrew's not under the weather. Starting to think he's not under the weather. Yeah, this is all a conspiracy.
Yeah, Brian, offense needed a game like this. 100%.
Yeah, Andrew's not under the weather. Chad, is Andrew a liar?
Spam 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Is Andrew swinging from tree to tree right now?
All right, so that's a 1 for yes.
Okay. Tonight we turn the whole chat against Andrew. All right. Let's go, TikTok boy. So tired of all these ex-Mets. I mean, he's barely an ex-Met, but he was with us for a little bit. I think he more pitched in AAA, though. So.
All right, here's Beatty. He fouls off that first pitch. 0-1.
Come on, Brett.
Beatty's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground ball inning double play.
Go, Brett.
Brian, you know how that works out.
Robert, you're a stolen base threat. Please take away the double play, please.
Fouls off that pitch, so he's behind 0-2.
I'll take anything with a double. Just send Robert. I'm not expecting him to lift the ball. Just send Robert, please. I want them to step on this pitcher's neck right here. Just keep hitting.
Here's the 0-2. Beatty takes that high fastball up and in and lays off. 1-2.
Send Bobbert, please. Send Bobbert.
All right, here's the 1-2 from Gage. Beatty lays off that slide in the dirt, gets the count back to 2-2. Good take there by Beatty. right, here's the 2-2 pitch from Beatty, or from Gage to Beatty. And Beatty strikes out for the second out of the inning.
You know what? That's better than what I thought he was going to do. So you know what?
Yeah!
107 fever. You'd be dead. You'd be dead.
Now, here's Mark Vientos up to the plate for the Mets. She want to go viral. Vientos has reached base safely in all 3 of his ABs. 2 with a
Here's
walk,
Mark.
and then the other with a single. Here's the first pitch to Vientos. Changeup misses outside, 1-0.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess 1 out is better than 2.
I think if Vientos gets drives in a run here, I think we can all say that Vientos yanked Beatty's chain that he got from Party City.
Slider misses in the dirt. Vientos is ahead. He's ahead 2-0.
I don't know.
Look at all those birds. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Vientos. Ooh, bad swing decision there by Mark. Swings over that slider. 2-1. He's allowed to have one bad swing.
Yeah, he's earned it.
All right, here's the 2-1. And Vientos lines that ball into center field. That's going to get down. Bichette's going to come in to score. Robert will stay at second base. Mark Vientos is on to first base with his second hit of the ball game, his 4th time on base, and his first RBI of the night to extend the Mets lead to 8-2.
Yo, Beatty, where'd you get that chain?
Party City.
Yikes, Beatty. Yikes. This is not good. Uh-oh.
And Semyon launches this ball out to right field, but Jung-Ho Lee will get it to record the final out of the inning. So the Mets have a very good inning of work here as they're able to put up 3 runs here in the top of the 7th.
Does anybody see Bader lose his hat trying to back that up?
All right, now we just need to confirm that he's coming into the game before we can officially see if the song will be played again.
Yeah, we need the confirmation here. I believe it is. He is coming into the game, but we'll see. Let me just adjust some stuff here.
But to the bottom of the 7th we go. And Arise made the final out for the Giants in the bottom of the 6th. So it'll be Matt Chapman, Jung-Ho Lee, and Elliot Ramos. Here's the 3 batters for the Giants in the bottom of the 7th. Is it him?
And yes, he's coming in.
From Villamella, Dominican Republic, he who was Scarborough back and threw on dancing feet. 6'3", leaning mean, right arm slinging fire. Late bloomer legend took the long road higher. Signed with the Rockies, bounce around the grind. In Miami, called Bullpen Savior in his prime. Sweeper got that nasty bite, slider got the tip. Hit a C and go shelling step, bro, help me quick. Step, bro, man of many talents, up in heat in the pen. Yeah, he handles all the challenge from the island to Queens, wearing number 43. Dominican pride, shining, setting hitters free. Step,
right, but here's
right.
Brosabon in against Matt Chapman as he gets ahead of him 0-1. COD music type shit. Where'd you guys get these songs? I used Grok for the lyrics, and then I used the AI generator, song generator website. I think the website.
You gotta say that you're the composer. You know, you gotta lie on the internet. You know, who's gonna check you? Let's be real for a second.
Fastball gets in there at the bottom of the zone. So Brosabon's ahead, 1-2. The app's called Suno. Playlist worthy. Thank you, Max. Oh, they're gonna challenge that? Okay, so the Giants are gonna lose their
So they're gonna lose the challenge.
Exactly.
It's not happening. Come on. We got to get a short version of the rally thing too. When he.
Yeah. Make a Beatty song. I don't think there's really much to make a song about him. Well, we already have a song for
about
Beatty.
Ants being killed. The ground ball hero. Oh, this is actually Beatty's song.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Changeup misses away. 2-2. This needs an anime music video.
It might.
Here's the 2-2, and Brosabon with a beautiful changeup there gets Matt Chapman swinging. First out of the inning here for Brosabon.
Another one for the airbender. We tried one with the airbender.
Yeah, we
tried
well,
one.
Yeah. I'll try to make one again.
Yeah, we tried, but yeah.
The first draft didn't come out really the greatest, but we'll try again. We want to try to get one for every reliever, but it's kind of hard when there aren't any funny features about a reliever. So it's like, because with Brosabon, we all know his greatness, so that was easy to make a song. Rayleigh's a Patriot, so that's easy to make it. So we'll I mean, if you guys have any ideas, again, DM us on Twitter or comment away on the stream.
Yeah, it's got to be for batters or relievers. Starters, it's kind of hard to do. Yeah. But
Brosabon ahead of Jung-Ho Lee here, 0-2.
Because they don't have much of an entrance, but
yeah. But if you guys have any suggestions, like I said, our Twitter handles are right there. DM us. DM us ideas. I mean, we did make another song last night, which is a really freaking good song, but unfortunately, we can't share it.
Yeah, we can't. No. Based on what was happening on Twitter. But if we're here for it, you're here for it. I don't want to tell you.
All right, here's the 0-2 pitch here by Brosabon. And Jung-Ho Lee fouls off that pitch. 0-2. Yeah, Weaver, we can make a song for him.
The thing is, we can't just play songs because we'll just get copywritten, so we're gonna have to make songs for it.
All right, here's the 0-2, and Lee fouls off that pitch.
He didn't lose his helmet.
Still 0-2. Doug, your comments, man.
We might be able to put it in AI too. Is like make an anime music video of this song. We could try it.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lee, oh, there you go. He loses the helmet there, but he fouls off that fastball away. 0-2 still. Yeah. Andrew has a question for you, Carson.
This is Adidas.
Here's the 0-2 again. And Lee grounds that, but caught by Semyon in the air. So gets a second out of the inning there.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It's hilarious, but it's so stupid.
Listen, he's a man of many talents. I mean, what do you want from him?
Oh my god.
All right, here's Brosabon against Elliot Ramos. Falls behind 1-0 with the fastball. falls behind 2-0. I mean, listen, you know the lyrics. When Step Bro steps in, everything's just fine. The 2-0 pitch for Brosman gets Ramos swinging at that pitch low in the zone. 2-1.
Sinker? It's a sinker?
Yeah, sinker, I think.
If he's throwing an 80, because if he's throwing a 95-mile-an-hour changeup, goddamn.
2-1. Ramos fouls that pitch back. That ball's going to get out of play. So 2-2. An Unk Marte song would have been great, yeah, but he's gone now. I mean, we could do it as an honorary song, but I don't know. We'll see. And like I said, you guys got any suggestions for songs? Comment away. Here's the 2-2. Brosbaum misses with that changeup low. So full count here to Elliot Ramos. Bader on deck here for the Giants. Here's the 3-2. And that ball's going to be hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Ramos.
Man.
Now Bader will step up here for the Giants. The Giants have only their second hit of the night.
Looks like Dickie Lovelady is getting warmed up. Sorry.
All right, here's Brosban against Harrison Bader. Misses away with that pitch in the dirt. 1-0. Mendy arms folded song. All right, come on, Waskar. Pitch misses low. 2-0 to Bader. That's Andrew's message.
Ooh, a telegram from Andrew.
I like it.
Bader goes after that changeup and misses. 2-1. Make a Love Lady song covering Adam Sandler Lunch Lady.
We could go all night with this.
I mean, we could make a Lunch Lady song for one person specifically.
We could.
Bader fouls off that 2-1 pitch. 2-2.
VM, where you at, man? VM. Tell me the specials. Get the hairnet going. Hairnet aura.
Come on, Waskar. Put him away. Here's the 2-2. And he hits Bader there with the pitch.
Oh. Ugh. God.
Now here's Patrick Bailey up for the Giants.
Oh my God. This is quite a mess. These are two dirty dishes he just put on base.
Step Bro, he's the one that helps people get unstuck, but right now he's the one being stuck in the jam.
He's in a tight situation. Did Bader swing?
Did he? I didn't see. Oh. Did it? It's a foul?
Did he swing?
Let's see.
Oh, did it hit the knob?
Oh.
He tried to sell the call.
Wow. Yeah, that got the knob, yeah.
He tried to sell the call.
Look at
Wow.
this.
He tried to shaft Step Bro.
You listen, you can't outact Step Bro. You can't
hit the
outact
knob.
Step Bro.
That may have hit the knob.
Only
Wow.
Step Bro's a freaking award-winning actor here in these parts.
All parts.
But it's why he's the man of many talents.
Stuck in the Oracle Park washing machine. Oh, God, dude.
I love our chat.
Chat's great.
I love our viewers. Guys, we love you.
You guys are great. If you want more, like the stream.
And share the stream as well. If you guys have any other people you know who are Mets fans or any family members who are Mets fans, tell them that we exist. Send them over.
People who like entry songs. People who subscribe to it.
Yeah, so hit the knob. So they confirmed it.
Wow. Bader tried to slide a fast one past.
Told you can't out-act Step Bro.
Yeah,
he knows.
You can't do that, man.
Step Bro knows all the tricks and moves.
He tried to pull out too quick there. That's crazy.
Oh, Andrew, thank you for the donation.
Andrew.
$1.69.
No, absolutely not.
Full count here to Bader. Here's the pitch. And Bader's going to ground that, fielded cleanly by Lindor. Over to first. 3 outs. So, play the drop. Oh, we're going to play the full song? Okay.
Yeah, if it's a success, we got to play the full song. That's why we didn't play it for Rayleigh. Got a whole commercial to go through. Come on now.
That's true.
Dominican Republic, he who was Scarborough back and threw on dancing feet. 6'3", lean and mean, right arm slinging fire. Late bloomer legend took the long road higher. Signed with the Rockies, bounce around the grind. Then Miami called bullpen savior in his prime. Sweeper got that nasty bite, slider got the tip. Hit a C and go shelling. Step Bro, help me quick. Step Bro, man of many talents, dropping heat in the pen. Yeah, he handles all the challenge from the island to Queens, wearing number 43. Dominican pride shining, setting hitters free. Step Bro, twisting up the game, multi-talented warrior, forever bringing flame. Who was Scarborough playing when the bullpen's on the line? Step Bro steps in,
And everything's just fine.
Does it sound like Nickelback? I don't know.
I mean, kind of.
Maybe.
Andrew apparently wants his pennies back.
No. No.
I mean, listen, Two Cats. If we put enough songs together, me and Andrew have discussed this. There could be a Mets Weekly playlist that could come out.
There's 4, I think, that have been made.
Yeah, so there's Rayleigh, there's
there's
Brazabon.
one that won't be released until someone is the visiting player. Okay, that will be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, until that happens, and then we also have one based on last night.
Look who's warming up in the pen.
Oh great! Can we just put out Luis Garcia? Like,
Here's Carson Bench
really,
up for his
we're doing
4th
this in the
AB.
8th?
Pitch misses low and in. 2-0 to Carson Bench.
Bangy.
Well, technically, there is another song because we have a Spanish version of Step Bro as well. So
We do. For which maybe we'll play on Hispanic Heritage Month night at Citi Field. We might do that. Listen,
all right, here's the 2-1 count to Bench. Fastball up and in, misses. 3-1 to Carson Bench.
I don't know where he is.
The dick is up. It's a fire.
Yeah,
name.
Andrew's not sick.
Here's the 3-1 pitch to Bench. Slider gets in there. Full count.
The Mets were up 100-0. Lovelady should not come in. Unfortunate, I guess.
Here's the 3-2. Bench fouls off that slider.
How many homers have we slugged tonight?
Well, there's Semien, the 2 from Alvarez. That's it.
Semien,
3.
Alvarez, so that's 3. Okay.
Because
All right.
Vientos drove in one with a single. Bichette drove in one with a single. Robert drove in one with a single.
All right.
All right. 3-2 pitch again. And Bench fouls off that pitch again to stay in the AB. Putting together a good AB here.
All right.
Alvy on deck here as well. And like the Gary coach on the broadcast, Alvarez can potentially have a 3-home run game tonight, which I'm pretty sure the last man to have a 3-home run game was Robbie Cano back in 2019. Unless I'm missing someone else. Yeah.
Francisco Lindor in 2021.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
Yep. We try to repress 2021, but yeah.
All right, good AB there by Benj as he draws a walk, and here comes Francisco Alvarez with a chance for a 3.
Thickens. The plot thickens. Now it's mental health break.
Yeah, but he says that now, but he'll be back in here after the post game for when we do certain activities.
Yeah, so we can sing him lullabies.
Alvarez fouls back that fastball, 0-1. Yep, good AB there by Benj Bryan. His 6th career multi-home run game.
Nice.
Come on, Alvy, let's go.
Come on.
Gage into his windup, the 0-1. And Alvarez drives
he wants
that.
it!
Will that go? No, Bader. No, Bader gets under that. He just missed that for his 3rd home run of the game.
Maybe you'd get 3 home runs if your defense wasn't so shit. I don't know.
But good contact there by Alvarez. All right. Yeah. Now back to the top of the Mets order with Lindor. Here's the first pitch to Lindor. Gets in there. 0-1. Lindor 1 for 3 tonight. Got on base last inning with a walk.
Francisco.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lindor goes after that high fastball, 0-2. You know, even though, Lindor is a cancer and he's a bad teammate,
I still want to see him do well.
No, we love Lindor here.
I don't.
No, well, you love Beatty. We know that.
I'm Team McNeil.
All right, here's the 0-2 pitch. Pitch misses high and away. 1-2.
Yeah, he just missed that. Nah. It's encouraging. It's about consistency, though. So, see what happens.
Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt, and Benj will try to steal second. And he's in there safely. Carson Benj with his 2nd stolen base of the year. Good job there by Benj.
Actually, his 3rd. Wow.
Oh, it's his 3rd. Okay.
Okay.
I forgot. I know he stole a base on opening day.
He did. All right.
So probably that other one was in the Cardinals series. All right. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And Lindor is going to bloop that ball into center field. Benj will come around. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to stay at 3rd. Okay.
No, because Leaper loves to hold up runners.
Okay, so no RBI there for Lindor. But runners are at the corners here, and Lindor has his 2nd hit of the night, and he's on base for the 3rd time tonight.
That's a good point. Stolen base on Patrick Bailey. That's not an easy guy to run on. Yeah, this Leaper guy is starting to piss me off, but I'm sure there's a
And it's and you know what the funny thing is too? The one time he actually told someone to go and he sent them home was when it fucking backfired against the Pirates in that finale when they should have held Lindor at third. Is that I think Mike Sarba is really just Tim Lightbeer.
No, I think we just hired Gary DiSarcina. He's back.
All right, here's Tyrone Taylor here for his fourth AB of the game.
I know damn well that Frank is not enjoying watching Tim Leaper at third base right now. The only good third base coach was Cora. Yeah.
Gage ahead.
Cora took a job somewhere else, I think.
Yeah, Cora was very aggressive.
I get Bader's arm is good, but like it's not like he's gonna make every single thing.
Here's the 1-1, and Taylor swings and misses over that changeup. 1-2.
Come on, Hooper. You're supposed to be Soto.
Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses high. Good take there by Taylor. 2-2. Yeah, Bader. I mean, he threw us out last year in that series against Minnesota. I forgot who he threw out at the plate, but he made a very good throw.
Bader's a gamer.
Here's the 2-2. Taylor fouls off that pitch again. Stays live in the AB.
Bader's literally a minor leaguer who only plays well against us. I mean, he does play well against us.
2-2. Taylor skies under that.
Player.
Arise will get underneath it to make the catch. 2 outs.
Yeah. Yeah, this is another thing. You're holding the runner for Taylor, which again, we love our hoopist here, but like, come on. If it was Soto, I get it, but it's not Soto because Soto's career ended earlier on.
Yeah, it's
he
over.
He will never play again.
What happens if someone drills one of those seagulls? Ask Randy Johnson. He could tell you. Listen, if someone fucking hits a seagull from there, I mean, first of all, you got to fucking make some kind of contact on that. All right, here's Bo up here with another opportunity to drive in a runner. 3 for 4 tonight. Shit, another good take there. Lays off that slider in the dirt. 1-0. Bader 3 for 4, 2 singles, a double, has scored 2 runs, and had that RBI back in the first inning to give the Mets the 1-0 lead. Benj is getting PTSD watching the Seagulls. Right. Come on, Gage. Throw the pitch. Here's the 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike. 1-1.
Staying up for the Beatty sombrero. Let's hope not.
She wanna go viral.
Actually, no, I hope it happens because obviously I'm rooting against him, so I want him to fail.
Gage checks Lindor first base. 1-1.
Love for Bo to hit a deep fly ball, and the ball would hit a seagull. Damn, son.
Armand, come on. Animal violence.
PETA, get in the car.
Bichette with another good take, and Lindor takes second base.
Yay! Woo! His first of the year.
All right, come on, Bo. Driving 2 more. If Randy Johnson can hit a bird, why not Bo? And Bichette fouls off that slider, 2-2.
I don't know. I think Bo's too nice to hit a bird. Like, Randy Johnson was a stone-cold killer. He takes photos now. Did you know that?
Yeah, like Ken Griffey Jr.
He's photography. Like Ken Griffey Jr., too. They're great with the lens.
Yeah, but
you should collaborate with Brazaban.
I was going to say, but are they good in front of the camera? Because only one guy's good in front of the camera. Oh, Bo with an ugly swing there.
Ugh.
Strikes out.
But he's having a good game. Where's Pedro Serrano? That's Major League a Major League 2 reference. Which
yeah, he killed the bird in Major League 2.
Yep. Oh no!
Hats for bats. All right, to the bottom of the 8th we go.
Did Gary Cohen jinx Nolan McLean that bad? Because I'm not listening. So
I
for those of you watching the broadcast, did he say? Did he do it pretty bad?
I'll be right back.
Oh man, your bullpen's fully rested. So if we see Mr. Dick in here. And it looks like we're getting Richard Lovelady here for the 8th inning. What do you see in this fucking guy? Seriously. If he puts them in a situation where one of their top guys has to be warmed up, Mendoza, the seat's going to get even hotter. The seat's going to continue to warm up. This is ridiculous, man. He always jinxes. Yeah, I know, but sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's unintentional.
Eagle just dropped pizza on the fucking field.
Oh, nice. Feed the birds. The Seagulls gave Benj a peace offering in right field. All right, Richard Lovelady will get the 8th.
Oh my god, I thought that was someone else for a second.
Oh god.
Now
Dick.
here's the Dick. Gets ahead of Patrick Bailey 0-1. Let's see.
I already said if he puts them into a predicament where one of their top guys has to get warmed up, the seat's getting even hotter for Mendoza.
All right. Bailey grounds it up the middle, fielded cleanly.
All right.
Semien over to first, 1 out.
Because there's been plenty of instances where the Mets, and this has happened either under Mendoza. I don't know if it happened under Buck either, but there's been times where they were up by a large sum of runs and they still had to warm up their guys because they would bring in a bunch of shitheads. Throw strikes, dude.
What are you thinking of my art? I don't know. Did you send something? Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, he did.
That's fun. I like it, Andrew. You have my approval.
Callaway in Washington, yeah. And I'm not saying go to Williams here, but what I'm saying is
but Andrew, why are we in the background? Like,
it's because he wants to be the main character.
Like, why do you get to sit next to Ted and the big purple COCK?
Go, 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 go!
All right, Dickie Lovelady ahead of Encarnacion, 1-2. I'm saving that though for the my camera roll. Andrew, you're not sick. Come on.
Bro's just bullshitting.
Because I have a to-go order. Let me guess, what'd you order?
you're not
Chicken
sick.
tenders?
The fact that you're coming up with all these details in a storyline, you're not sick. You're bullshitting.
All right, here's the 1-2 pitch again by Lovelady. Sweeper misses, 2-2. All right, 2-2. And Encarnacion fouls off that pitch. Bro typed in ChatGPT best excuses to skip school. Here's the 2-2. Encarnacion fouls off that pitch again. Andrew might be tickling a certain part of his body right now.
Belly rubs?
No, not belly rubs. Here's the 2-2 again. And that slider misses. Full count. Here's the 3-2. And Encarnacion lines that down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. Encarnacion is going to get into second base with a double.
Here we go.
And Willie Adames will come up to hit now for the Giants.
AJ Minter,
Please come back.
I miss you. I miss you, Pooks.
Fastball misses up and in to Adames. Well, yeah, we're going to have to warp somebody up.
Yeah. Disaster.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Slider misses,
There we
2-0. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, like, if he can't even pitch here, then it's like, just fucking release him at this point.
He's so useless, this guy.
Oh my fucking God.
And then there's Alvey again with his phenomenal defense behind the plate.
And ball 4.
Nice.
Adames works a walk. So runners at the corners.
I
I can't with this fucking asshole, dude. Like, he's like literally fucking useless. Like, he's like Wilmer Font useless. like, can we have like Drew Gagnon back? Oh, bro, like Chris Flexen and Corey Oswald was fucking better than Dickie Lovelady. Bro, I mean, like Dickie Lovelady is as bad as Jared Eichhoff. Devers fouls off that pitch, 0-1.
Yeah, we're not. Okay, let's not get it. Let's not go through that graveyard, please. What does he have on this team? I like it. The fact that left-handed relievers get this much leeway in this league because they throw left-handed, it's just unreal. It's crazy.
0-1 misses low. 1-1 to Devers.
Oh, AJ Minter. Oh, AJ Minter, if you can hear me.
Yeah, Tyler Bachelor levels of bad. Here's the 1-1. Devers fouls off that pitch. 1-2.
Fuck.
Bro, like, Dickie Lovelady has me down bad for Danny Young.
Danny Young could at least throw strikes. This guy's just a freaking...
His name is perfect for the hub. Pitch misses down low. 2-2 count to Devers.
I heard, I think on his Wikipedia, he did get an offer.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Here's the 2-2. And he strikes out Rafael Devers for the second out. How he did that, I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah!
Fucking ridiculous.
His name is Dickie because he fucks us every time he pitches. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god. You know what's crazy? This guy actually...
I like that comment too, Cats.
You know what's crazy is he actually had like 2 decent years when he was in Kansas City. That's what's crazy. I mean, obviously relievers fucking come and go, but it's like... Because like he actually had like a decent stretch where he was good. That's the crazy part to think. It's not like he hasn't had a career. But then he like went to the A's, he was terrible.
Lovelady's ahead of Arise here, 0-2.
Yeah.
Bro, he'll
like, strike out the guy who's impossible to strike out, right? Because that's how baseball works.
Here's the 0-2. And Arise gets underneath that. Lindor, it's going to drop. And a run's going to come at the score. And the lead will be cut down. I would say, like, that is such a fucking Arise hit. Like, I swear to fucking God.
Fucking butterball hit.
He's so fucking annoying, dude.
This guy's the most unethical baseball player of all time. I swear. Fucking butterball. All right, well, we'll see if they get out of the inning. I'll be back.
Can't stand Luis Arise. All right, now here's Matt Chapman up for the Giants. Gets ahead of Chapman here with that low fastball, 0-2. I'm sorry. Gets ahead of 0-1. Andrew, you're just going to be naming random shit relievers for the Mets. Here's the 0-1. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. Hey, listen. Jake Diekman struck out Aaron Judge looking, so let's put some respect on Jake Diekman's name. 1-1 pitch. Lovelady misses high and away. 2-1 count to Chapman. And Jake Diekman was also like an MLB The Show 18 and 17 god as well. I mean, that guy was elite to use in those 2 games. Yeah, Jake Diekman is a legend around these parts. Here's the 2-1. Chapman fouls that off, 2-2.
Oh, great. He's still in the inning.
Here's the 2-2. And Chapman's going to field that. Lindor has it. Over to first. Third out of the inning. So Dickie Lady comes in, gives up a run, but the Mets are still up by 5, heading to the top of the 9th.
All right.
Harry, if we're ever in a situation where Dickie Lovely is facing Aaron Judge, I think we just might turn off the stream. And if he strikes out, Aaron Judge, then I don't know. Had to lock in for y'all. Thanks, Dick. Appreciate it.
Oh my God. Eric Miller will come on for the Giants.
Miller?
Yeah!
Andrew, that is not happening.
Stop getting rage baited by him, dude. You can't give him what he wants.
Yeah, but he's going to keep doing it anyway. Because apparently he's sick.
Yeah. Main character syndrome over here.
He's sick, yet he's taking a photo next to Ted and the big purple cock.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy.
All right, here's Miller. Yeah, up against Lou Bob. Gets ahead of 0-1. How did JT Miller win that award? Because it's jury propaganda. That's how he won that award. It's a bullshit fucking award given out. I mean, not the actual award itself, but the fact that he got it, it's all propaganda.
Yep.
We
Don't listen to it.
we know who's the reason behind him getting that award.
We all know.
All right, Lou Bob ahead, 2-1.
I don't
Takes
even
that
want to
pitch
think
outside.
about the Rangers. Yeah, me neither, to be honest.
Yeah,
Me neither.
it's just Harry brought up the question, so I had to answer it.
It's a fucking joke. Miller delivers.
Yeah!
The 3-1 pitch, and Lou Bob walks. Good AB there by Lou
And
Bob.
get the run back that Dick gave up.
All right, here is Mr. TikTok boy.
You wanna go viral? We f***ing for hours. That got power. That got power.
Swings at that first pitch fastball for a strike, 0-1. At least we get to ruin Stenberg's development. I mean, listen, we'll ruin either Stenberg, McKenna, Keaton Ehrhaus' development. Listen, whoever gets drafted
Anyone.
here.
Anyone who gets drafted has a chance, you know? That's the beauty about our development. It's horrible.
Anyone who gets drafted here is fucked. Beatty 0 for 4 tonight. Here's the 1-1. Takes that fastball up and in. 2-1.
Beatty has struck out 3 times tonight. Trying to do a double play in his first AB.
And
Played a pretty
Beatty
good
fouls
first
off.
base, though, today.
Beatty fouls off that pitch too. Oh, Rico Garcia's warm. I'm sorry, Luis Garcia. I wish we had Rico Garcia. Luis Garcia's up.
Damn, he is Rubenesque. That's
And Beatty hits that ball, And Ramos won't be able to get that. That's going to be down for a base hit. Beatty will go into second. Robert should be coming in to score. That ball's going to get away. And yes, Lubov comes in to score to make to put the Mets up 9-3. And Beatty drives in a run there with the stand-up double.
Dick Lovelady's pet rock. Hey, what's going on, man? What the fuck?
You know, I'll give credit to Beatty for this. At least he actually took a ball that was supposed to go to the opposite field
Good for him.
At least he did that.
Yeah. Of course it was a fastball. I think your stream just went out because it showed it was like, are you still here? And I guess it kicks you out when it doesn't move.
Mine went out?
Yeah, on the
Oh. Okay. Yeah, because I still have it on mine.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, it like kicks you out. I think you're in the I think you're in the wrong call. Yeah.
But I double tapped the watch along. That's why I got confused for a second. Hold on, I'll bring it back.
All right. You good?
My bad. All right, Viento's in here. He's 2-2. All right, there you go.
There we go. Cool.
All right, here's the 2-2. Vientos fouls off that changeup.
Great day for Mark.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going to be player of the game tonight.
Possibly, but we all know who's got to make the decision. The guy on the left.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses up and in. Vientos is drawn another full count here.
Is my owner finishing?
Here's the 3-2. Vientos strikes out there.
Wow. Vientos
One
and
out
Beatty
here in the
cannot
top
be good
line.
at the same time, I guess. Cannot do the same, like... They can't contribute at the same time. Because they share a brain. Here's Marcus.
Mark Vientos 2 for 4. Hit that 2-run home run back in the 4th inning, I believe. And currently, I believe he has the game-winning run right now.
Technically.
So that might or might not be a factor in the decision. We'll
Maybe.
see.
You just never know.
All right, here's the 1-1 pitch. And Semyon hits that ball again out to right field. And that should bring... Oh, no. It's fucking light beer, man. Bro. Could have been another RBI. I mean, that if he had an RBI right there...
I knew he wasn't.
If he had an RBI right there, that would have pretty much probably sealed who got player of the game right there.
I knew he wasn't scoring, so...
All right, 15th hit for the Mets tonight.
I don't think Manaea is going to pitch either way. But
No, Manaea's done for this series. And here's Carson Benj with an RBI opportunity. Fastball misses in, 1-0. I mean, at least the Giants are burning some of their bullpen arms as well.
That's cool.
The 1-0 pitch. Benj goes after that. Changeup. 1-0. 1-1.
Yeah, Tim Leeper is not impressive at all.
Here's the 1-1. Benj lays off that slider for ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Benj takes that fastball in for a strike. Count tied up at 2-2. There's Tom Seaver, the franchise.
Cool.
You know, only the greatest Met of all time.
Since when?
You never heard of him?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I've only heard of the Cheeto Bear.
Benj takes
He's
that.
my number one. I don't know about everyone else.
Benj takes that fastball away for a full count. Do we got a W song yet?
No, we
I don't know
not.
if
No.
You know, Benj is going to
Benj will
avoid the
beat that
double
out.
play there.
That'll bring in
That's going to bring another run.
All right. Well, that's cute.
Beatty will come in to score. Even though technically, I don't think we can what's it called? Have a win song, because I think that would be technically stealing it from someone else.
Yes, true. We don't want to steal. We don't want to be pieces of shit.
And Miller will come out of the game.
Yeah!
You know, the offense has been good today when the runs and the hits are overlapping each other on the graphic.
I mean, you can move the run column like to the left a little bit. That's why I
Yeah.
have the space. Surprised Leeper told Beatty to run there. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Two runs home here in the ninth inning. That'll bring up what's his name? This guy. This Caleb Killian. That's not a real person. AI generated.
Our numbers are tight. You know who else knows tightness?
All right. Not a great outing there for Miller, yeah. Even though this is a different version of Miller, yeah. Francisco Alvarez with another chance for a 3-home run game.
All right, here's Alvy. Takes that fastball up high for ball 1. Let's see what lays off that high fastball. First base umpire says Alvy ahead of the count, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Alvy. Fastball to the corner, 2-1. Yep, good night for the breakout. Hopefully this could carry over to tomorrow's game, though. Now the Seagulls are low. Now someone could actually kill a Seagull. Alvey goes after that fastball. And fouls that off 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And Alvarez goes after that slider. And Alvarez strikes out. And that will end the inning. So the Mets get a run here in the top of the ninth. And now we head to the bottom of the ninth, where the Mets will look to finish off this ball game.
I think they've played a very cutesy game.
I think they played all right. You know, just all right. Nothing special.
Everything's all right.
You know, I never sit and think, what Mark DeRosa would do.
Well,
So is Garcia in for the ninth, or is they're letting Dick finish it?
Garcia.
Garcia, all right.
Cute.
I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions or anything, but it is nice to see that they're able to save Weaver and Williams for tomorrow.
Well,
Hopefully.
you'd hope.
And they should have Tobias Myers available as well, so...
That's Gucci.
All right, here's Luis Garcia in to face Jung Ho Lee in the bottom of the ninth. Fastball misses high and away. 1-0. He'll face Lee, Ramos, and Bader in the bottom of the ninth. Here's the pitch. Lee fouls off that pitch for a foul. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch by Garcia. Changeup misses away, 2-1. Garcia into his windup. Hits the zone with that pitch. 2-2. 373 guys of you watching. Now 375 as always. Thank you guys for your support. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. And share the live stream as well. As always, we appreciate you guys' support. And we will be back here for the post game. So make sure you guys stick around for that. And then, of course, we'll be back here tomorrow at around 9 o'clock for another watch along.
Yep. All 162 games.
Here's the 2-2. And Lee will hit that in center field, but Lou Bop gets underneath it to record the first out of the inning. 1 out.
Bobbert.
Gonna need to have a little chat with Mendy after. Why the fuck ain't I finished that shit, cuz?
Well, you can blackmail him with whatever you got, you know. It's clear that you got something on him.
All right, Garcia up against Ramos, and that pitch misses 1-0. All right, here's the 1-0 pitch. And that ball's hit up the middle, and Semien unable to field it. That ball gets into center field, and Elliot Ramos has a base hit here for the Giants. Tough play there. It went off Garcia, and then it took a weird hop, and just, I mean, Semien maybe should have kind of had it, but it was a tough hop. All right, now here's Bader up here for the Giants. Bader swings and misses at that fastball and fouls it off.
All right, well, post-game coverage after a 10-minute break. Make sure to stay tuned for that.
Here's the 0-1. Bader swings and misses at that slider. So Garcia's ahead of him, 0-2. Come on, Garcia. Put him away. Put him away. Here's the 0-2. And Bader swings and misses at that slider for a strikeout, and Garcia has his second out of the inning, and the Mets are 1 out away from evening up this series in San Francisco and snapping their 3-game losing streak. And Patrick Bailey will come up as the last hope for the Giants here. Nice Bader, very polar bear-like. Hey, don't disrespect
The
Chico
Diesel
Bear.
Boys!
All right, Bailey fouls off that first pitch, sinker, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Changeup misses. Ramos will take second base on defensive indifference. Here's the 1-1. And Bailey skies that ball into right field. Carson Benj will get underneath it to record the final out. And as Howie Rose says it, put it in the books. The New York Mets snapped their 3-game losing streak and even up this series in San Francisco as the offense is a massive breakout game where they put up 10 runs and 15 hits. They get a solid outing by Noel McLean where he carried a perfect game through 5 innings. And the bullpen came in and did their job and shut down this Giants lineup. So, but anyway, guys, great performance. Great win by the Mets. We will take a 9-minute break. We'll set up the post-game show. And we will be right back. So see you guys soon. All right, everybody, and we are back live on YouTube and on X for post-game coverage of Mets versus Giants, Game 7 of 162, or sorry, Game 8 of 162. But first and foremost, make sure to subscribe for live episodes of the Mets Weekly podcast following every single regular season series. For those of you watching on playback and want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on post notifications to not miss when we go live for the next game, which is tomorrow at, I believe, 9:05 is the game, it says on the graphic. Yeah, 9:05 tomorrow. So the stream should be starting at 8:55 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time, where the Mets will take on the Giants in this third game of a 4-game set in San Francisco. And also make sure to follow the Mets Weekly on X and TikTok. Follow us individually. The links are all down below in the description. Guys, we did it! We won a baseball game!
Yeah!
Doesn't everyone feel much better? Doesn't everyone feel much better? No, but in all serious, guys, Mets beat the Giants tonight 10-3. Offense explodes. You got great pitching out of Noel McLean. The bullpen came in, did their job for the most part. Defense, for the most part, was solid as well, apart from a couple misplays by Alvarez behind the plate, which has been happening so far throughout this year. But we'll talk more about Alvarez as we get on through this post-game show. But it's nice to see that this team, even though there has been some concerns early on in this year, it's nice to see that this team is capable of putting out these type of performances. Because like you've said, Carson, like I've said, like what you said, Carson, like what I've said, like what Evan said, we are willing to give this team time to gel and get their legs going. Yes, is it a bit frustrating that early on in the early parts of the season that they haven't been playing, crisp baseball? Absolutely, because we want to see winning baseball and we want to see a product that could potentially be good enough to compete for a World Series. But it is nice to see that, they're at least capable of having these types of games. So, Carson, thoughts on the game?
Well, I mean, listen, this is a game that they had to have. I mean, over these last 3 games that they lost, and even the game that they won, the first one in St. Louis, the offense was really not clicking whatsoever. And it really wasn't just because it was, hits weren't falling or anything. It was because of their own wrongdoing. I mean, there was a lot of awful swing decisions. It was a lot of inability to, get the timely hits when they needed them. They got them today. They got them early. They got them late. They spread the offense around. They didn't go completely asleep at any point stretch. And, they won this game 10-3. It's great, but they got to move forward. They got to continue because, again, this Giants team is not the best. Okay, it's not the best, but they needed to get this win. They needed to have a performance like this. A lot of the individual guys on this team needed performances like this. And it seems like, hopefully they break out of their shell that they were in, and we have a little bit more of a, continuity with this offense. I don't want to see 10 runs today and then them just completely go back to sleep the next day. Either way is a win that they needed to get to refresh everything, get back into the win column. They did a good job with it. Offensively, Nolan McLean was fantastic. And you know what? They needed it. They 100% needed it, but they need to move forward as well afterwards because, again, they're 4-4 to start this one off. They got another game tomorrow. I don't want to sit here and bask in the glory of it because they still got plenty more work to do.
Yeah, well, 100%. It was like you mentioned. It was a game that they had to have. After dropping 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals, after losing the game last night, the opener of the series, the way they did after taking an early lead, you just felt that this offense specifically had because you at least had solid confidence that Noel McLean was going to come out here and pitch a solid game, and which he did. And we'll get to more of Noel McLean in a second. But this offense had to come out, and you really wanted to see, and this is something that we've been talking about in our post-game shows, and something that we've been really frustrated about when we've done these watch-alongs is, when you compare the ABs that this team was taking in their first game, the opening day game against the Pirates against Paul Skeens, compared to the next 6 games, you're like, why does this team look like total opposite? Why does it look like they made a complete 180 and they're having a lot of bad swing decisions? They're swinging a lot first pitch. They're making poor contact and they're hitting a ton of ground balls. And today was the opposite. This team, and again, listen, were they facing the greatest pitchers in the world? No, they weren't. But you know what? Good lineups, good players, they take advantage of bad pitchers. And they faced Tyler Mahle. They were able to get to him. They put Mahle went 5 innings of work, gave up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, and they hit two home runs off him. Again, that's what you like to see. And then the Giants, they brought in 4 other bullpen guys, which aren't great. And again, they were able to do damage off them, which again, something you like to see. And like I said, I like a lot of the ABs today. I mean, they drew 6 walks today, which I really liked. There was a lot of close ABs. They made a lot of these pitchers work. They fouled off a lot of balls, and they were putting a lot of balls in the air. Like, I mean, what they hit? Yeah, it was 3 home runs today. 1 from Semien and 2 from Alvarez. So a lot less ground ball double plays, which is something we like to see. And also, we talked about it a lot, but the wrist failure really hurt them in that St. Louis series. They went 1 for 29 with runners in scoring position. Well, in today's game, they went 6 for 14, and they only left 8 men on base. That is something that you like to see. And like I said, again, is it the greatest pitching staff in the world that they're facing? No, but like I said, good players and good lineups take advantage of poor pitching staffs.
Yeah, they had, let's see, a total of 39 plate appearances in this game. Only 9 of them resulted in a ground ball. So that's pretty good. Not going to lie. Yeah. They definitely were lifting. They were definitely pulling as well. Showed off some of the power. That was awesome. We have a little bit of an update on Juan Soto if you want to get into it later or not. But we just got from Mike Puma saying that Juan Soto will receive imaging Saturday on his calf, says Carlos Mendoza. So we'll see what happens there, but hopefully everything is okay. Hopefully we didn't have to sacrifice Soto to get this win. So, 10 runs is great, but, usually you'd like to have your top gun there. Because it's not like they're going to get top 10 runs every night, especially with a guy like Soto out of there.
Yeah, that is a bit disappointing, and obviously we'll get into the rundown in a second. But yeah, it does suck to lose Soto. Obviously, they lost him early in the game. We kind of had that as he was running the bases, and as he scored his run, you could see that he was kind of grimacing, and he had like a kind of a look of pain in his face. So they took him out. Obviously, a left calf strain or a right calf strain. Sorry, it's not the worst injury. So I'll take it, and hopefully the imaging comes out clean, and hopefully we see Soto back as soon as possible. But the other thing you said, Carson, I agree on. You hope that, and again, this is something that we've always said, dating back, to when you guys have your podcast, back to when me and Evan had our podcast. Like, we want to see consistent results from this offense, and we want to see this carry in over tomorrow, because we saw plenty of times last year from this Mets offense, and again, it was a different group of players, but we saw stretches where like they would have one game where they would put up 10, 12 runs, and then they go like the next 2 to 3 games, and they're barely able to scratch across 2 to 3 runs. And again, I'm not asking for them tomorrow to put up 10 runs. If they put up 10 runs tomorrow, I'm not going to complain. But if they could go out there tomorrow and maybe put up 6, and I don't want to 6 runs. See how I managed to avoid that. If they can go out and do that, I'll gladly take that. But like I said, you want to see consistency carry over from game to game offensively, because there's no point of scoring 10 runs in one game and then not being able to, put up consistent runs, for the next week, basically, which is something that we saw a lot last year, especially, and throughout the whole, Chavez, Mets regime as hitting coach.
Yeah, I just want to see a string of competitive ABs, like guys who are actually willing to, protect the plate, have a 2-strike approach. I just want to see that consistently. That's what I want to see. And I know that this team is capable of doing that. And that's what I said about it on the podcast yesterday, and that's why I'm not panicking, because I know that these guys are known to make either adjustments or make adjustments in-game. A lot of these guys that you brought in who are good situationally have had great careers, and they still have a lot left in the tank. Speaking of a lot left in the tank, Marcus Semien, great game today for him. Hopefully that's a breakout for him. He brings his OPS up to 660 on the year, which I think is like 8 points below last year. So yay for him. But, as I said, I still do believe that there is bottom third of the order type of production still left in that bat. And I do believe so. And then you also add in the defense that you get up the middle with him. So, again, I like Marcus Semien. I've always liked Marcus Semien. And again, I was willing to be patient with what they were doing because this is a brand new team. And I've already said it multiple times. We knew the MO of the last team. That's why there was a lot more urgency. We don't know what the MO is of this team. And if you think that you got it after 8 games, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll get to more on Marcus Semien in a second. But, guys, let's go over now the post-game recap. So, obviously, like we were saying before, the Mets defeat the Giants tonight by a score of 10-3. Their record improves to 4-4. The Giants fall to 3-5. This 4-game set is currently tied at 1-1 after 2 games. Going to the pitching decisions, Noel McLean gets the win. His ERA sits at a 2.61 ERA. Tyler Mahle gets the loss. His record falls to 0-2, and his ERA currently sits at a 7. Going over to the offensive side of things with the Mets, Lindor, good game for him, 2 for 4, and he's had a very good series ever since that disastrous finale out in St. Louis. Soto, he went 1 for 1. And he would come out of the game too, like we said before with that right calf strain. Tyrone Taylor, who came in to pinch hit and for defensive replacement for him, went 0 for 4. Bo Bichette, very good day from him at the plate and a very good series from him so far. He goes 3 for 5. So it looks like that Bo is starting to finally find some confidence and some sustainability in his performances. Luis Robert, he went 1 for 3. Brett Beatty, he went 1 for 5. Mark Vientos, who had a very good day at the plate, had 5 ABs and managed to get on base 4 out of the 5 times with 2 hits and 2 walks. He goes 2 for 3. Marcus Semien, like I said, more on him in a minute. He went 3 for 5 with a home run and 2 singles. Carson Benz, rough day at the plate for him. He went 0 for 4. And Francisco Alvarez had 2 home runs in his 2 home runs today. His 6th multi-home run game of his career as he goes 2 for 5. Over to the Giants side of things, Willie Adames, he goes 1 for 3. Rafael Devers, rough day from at the plate. He went 0 for 4. Luis Ariz went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Matt Chapman, 0 for 4. Jung-Ho Lee, 0 for 4. Heliot Ramos goes 2 for 4. Harrison Bader, 0 for 3. Bailey 0 for 3, and Encarnacion goes 1 for 3. Over to the pitching side for the Mets, Noel McLean with a strong outing today. He goes 5 1/3, was carrying a perfect game through 5 innings, which was very exciting. And the weird thing about McLean was like he went through 5 innings perfect, and yet like he got behind in counts, I believe like 10 times, something like that, or he worked like 9 or 8 full counts in his days of work so far. So it sucks that he couldn't go 6 innings, but the level and quality of the pitches that he was throwing and his swing and miss stuff was just gross. I mean, going back to the 5th inning, when he struck out Heliot Ramos with that sweeper and it just caught the zone, I mean, that was just completely nasty. But 5 1/3 innings of work from McLean, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 Ks on 93 pitches. Brooks Raley came in, he pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up the 1 inherited run by Noel McLean, but he gets 1 strikeout on 16 pitches. Brosbon had a clean inning of work, only giving up the 1 hit on and he got 1 strikeout, 24 pitches, so he's probably unavailable for tomorrow. Dickie Lovelady came in, did his thing, kind of an innings worth of pitching, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And then Luis Garcia comes in to and he pitched the final inning, the 9th inning, and in inning of work, he gave up 1 hit and had 1 strikeout. Over to the Giants side of things, Tyler Mahle, like I've mentioned, 5 innings of work, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. Brian Brubaker came in for an inning, a third of work, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Matt Gage, the former Met, came in and an inning and 2/3 of work, 2 hits, no earned runs, 0 walks, 2 strikeouts. Miller came in and 2/3 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 K, and then Killian finished off the game for them. Had an over. what's the word I'm looking for? A third of an inning of work, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. And then over to the player of the game side. Now, the Mets had a lot of options for player of the game. A lot of guys on the offensive side. Lindor had a strong case. Bo Bichette had a very strong case. Mark Vientos, Alvarez had a strong case. You could have easily gave it to Nolan McLean too. But the guy that I ended up giving it to, and this is a guy that's been under a lot of scrutiny over the last couple days, Marcus Semien. You got to give credit to Marcus Semien because he, aside from his opening day game where he got that base hit, and really it shouldn't have even been a base hit considering that O'Neal Cruz dropped it. But, you take whatever you can get. But he had been struggling, throughout the rest of that Pirates series, struggled severely in that Cardinals series, misplayed a couple balls. You had the error last night that he made as well, where him and Robert did not communicate, and that ball dropped in between them to drive in another run for the Giants. But you got to give credit where credit is due. He answered the bell. A lot of people were saying he needs to come out of the lineup or he needs to hit ninth. And listen, he went up there, 3 for 5, 1 home run. Actually got the game-winning run as well on that 2-run shot in the 4th inning. 2 singles and 3 RBIs. So a good day at the plate for Marcus Semien and a well-deserved player of the game as well. Really should have had 4 RBIs, but Tim Leipzig kind of cost him an RBI late in the game. I believe it was either the 9th or the 8th inning. But all in all, very good game by Marcus Semien.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I again, like I said, really good game for him earlier on. I probably shouldn't have hijacked that, but either way, again, like I've already said, I do believe that there is something left in that bat for him where he can be a lower third of the order type of guy. And I was saying that he should be batting 9th. I do believe that he should be batting 9th in the future, even regardless of this game that he has had, because I do want them to give a little bit more ABs to other guys who, maybe have a little bit of an uptick in possibly them offensively. I think Alvarez should obviously be moved up in the lineup because he's been hitting great. But again, with Semien, I mean, there's plenty to go by with why he was brought in here. And we know that the offense has not been fantastic for him over the last 2 seasons. But we do know, again, I do know that there is something left in that bat because his pitch selection is still there for the most part. I do think that he can put the ball in play. He's a veteran. He knows. Who knows how long that bat will last through these 3 years that they have to absorb his contract. But I do still believe you can get something from the bottom part of the order, kind of like how we did with post-injury Starling Marte, but instead Semien is usually durable and he's usually out there every single day. So I still believe he is an everyday player. I still believe that he can be a productive hitter for this team at the bottom of the lineup. But he's just not that MVP caliber hitter that he used to be a few years ago. I mean, it's very evident that he's not. But I still do believe that you will get a solid piece of production from him. And I know the first week was bad, and that means he's going to be bad for the rest of the season because Mets fans want to completely go insane. But I do still think that there's something left in it. And and today definitely proved it as to why today, because again, I do believe that Marcus Semien will be a productive bat for this team. For how long, I have no idea. But he's going to hit a lot better than he has been so far. That's all I can say. Because I don't think he can be worse, to be honest.
No, yeah, 100%. I mean, just to touch upon a couple guys, Bo Bichette, 3 for 5, building on the game that he had yesterday where he drove in the opening run for the Mets. He did the same thing today, drove in the first run for them. And he's looking a lot better at the plate, which, listen, we all expected. Whoever thought that the Bo Bichette we were getting through the first 6 games was the Bo Bichette we were going to get for the rest of the season? I mean, come on, you're just overreacting, or you're either a freaking idiot. Yeah. We knew that eventually Bo Bichette was going to wake up, and again, it's 2 games. You want to see more of a sample size, but he's looking a lot more comfortable at the plate. he's, not really swinging as aggressive anymore. I mean, listen, Bo Bichette's going to always be an aggressive hitter, but there's a difference in the way he's going about his aggressiveness. Like, he's not over swinging on first pitches like we were saying, through the first 6 games. He looks a lot more calm up there, and his pitch selection is looking a lot better. He's using the opposite field, which is expected because, Bo Bichette, when he's at his best, he's using the opposite field with power. And listen, right now, like I said, he looks a lot more comfortable, and his pitch selection is a lot better. Same with Vientos. I mean, his pitch selection today was really good. I thought he maybe had like 1 or 2 bad swings, but for the most part, he was laying off pitches out of the zone, and anything that was closer in the zone, he was doing damage on. And I mean, he had 2 walks today, which for Vientos to have 2 walks in the games, I mean, that's impressive considering, how much of a non-selective hitter or a non-patient hitter he's been over his 2 years in the major league, both in 24 and 25. And then Alvarez, listen, obviously behind the plate, it's not been pretty for him so far. A lot of pass balls, a lot of calls where he missed challenges on. But listen, if he's going to hit the way he's hitting right now, and it's nice to see that, a power hitter is actually pulling the ball and doing damage on balls. It's actually nice to see what happens when you let a guy actually use his tool set to the best of his ability.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I who knew that he had power? I thought he was a contact hitter who used the opposite field, and then just look at strikes down the middle, look at middle fastballs. Alvarez has been swinging a really, really good bat. He's obviously been displaying the power. He's gotten a decent amount of extra base hits so far, even in this early season. But that does not completely branch off to how horrendous he has been behind the plate, because we all know that he is not going to hit to a 1,137 OPS throughout the entire season. And once he were to cool off, we do need to see his defensive prowess as well. And we are seeing him not challenge pitches, even though we have seen his receiving get better. The blocking is still an issue. And he just looks completely lost. I think he's calling a decent enough game. But defensively, we're still seeing these issues. And I know he's still young. He's a hard worker. He will try to get better, obviously. He still has a lot to learn. He's still a young player. He's still 24 years old, younger than the usual catcher gets up. Usually a rookie catcher is up here at 24 years old. He was up here at 21. But this stuff has to get better. It didn't cost them as much today, but it has so far this year. Yeah. We can't say it hasn't. But either way, good game offensively. That doesn't mean that I think he's playing awful, but I'm just saying he is lucky he is hitting the living shit out of the ball right now. Because defensively, yikes. Yikes.
Yeah. And, I already briefly went over it, but thoughts on McLean tonight?
McLean, very weird. Very weird game. I'm not going to lie, because he was falling behind in the count. We all know that he can be spinny for his own good so far, and he can get into a lot of 3-ball counts. However, he's got so much swing and miss stuff that he can put away batters in any point of inducing a ground ball with his sinker inside, where he was jamming so many hitters and getting swings and misses at getting just some ugly swings as well. And then, of course, that insane sweeper that just buckled Heliot Ramos to end the 5th inning, I believe. This is special stuff you're looking at. He's just got to harvest it. He's got to throw more strikes, obviously. There's still some adjustments he's got to make. I do believe that Luis Torrens should be catching him, personally. Not just because of Alvarez's struggles offensively. I just think that Torrens can just handle this type of repertoire a little bit better. And kind of, maybe hold runners a little bit and kind of induce to them getting more double plays with him being a ground ball pitcher. I know that, everybody wants to have Alvarez in the lineup, and you can DH him if you want to do that, but I think Terens would probably be a little bit better of a catcher for somebody like Nolan McLean, who can maybe be a little bit more too spinny for his own good so far, but he pitched fantastic. We all know how good this stuff is. It's all really just about making pitches and his overall command, and he showed good command last year. His walk rate, I think, was under 9%. Did he walk anyone tonight?
Yeah, he had two.
Two walks.
Because remember, he started off the bottom of the sixth with two walks.
So those first 5 innings, his command was solid. It was solid-ish because he still was falling behind in the count. But when you're seeing a guy fall behind in the count so much and still being able to get those results, put away batters the way that he was, I mean, sky's the limit for this guy. We all know it is. I mean, we know how special this stuff is. And we'll see what he learns from it to maybe possibly going deep into that game, because you love to see a guy who has a perfect game through 5 go the whole time. But his pitch count did get high. We all know that it did. And we'll see. We will see. But either way, you gotta be encouraged from what you just saw from Nolan McLean.
Yeah, I mean, I thought his cutter worked really well. His sinker, like you mentioned, managed to jam a lot of guys with that. I mean, the sweeper, again, disgusting. I mean, just looking at Baseball Savant right now, his average on the horizontal break, 21 inches of horizontal break on that sweeper. I mean, almost 2 full feet of horizontal break on that sweeper is insane. I mean,
Stupid.
the four-seamer, he averaged 15 inches of induced vertical break on that four-seamer. Negative 15 induced vertical break on that curveball, too, which is insane. I mean, like you were saying throughout the whole stream, I mean, the guy throws the baseball like it's a wiffle ball. Like, the amount of movement he gets on his pitches is insane. But yeah, I mean, he's special, and this is only the beginning of Nolan McLean, and I'm glad that he's going to be here for the long run. But guys, before we get out of here, because I know it's been a long stream so far, but just going to go through the final comments, see what you guys have to say. From Pantrice, was never a big fan of Vientos, but if he's not in the lineup tomorrow, Mendy deserves to be fired into the sun. I think he's going to be in the lineup regardless, just because even depending on what Soto's imaging comes back, I don't think he's going to be in the lineup either way. So Beatty's probably going to play the outfield, and Vientos is either going to DH or play first base. So Vientos should be in the lineup.
With Soto, basically. Yeah. I don't think Soto's going to play tomorrow. I don't.
No, I don't think he's going to play either.
Considering the imaging. But if all goes well, he probably will be back in the lineup for the series finale, or he's back for, the series opener against
Arizona,
yeah. Which I think he also has an off day there, so he can rest.
Honestly, I think you just run the exact same lineup tomorrow, obviously with Soto. I mean, if Soto's not in there, I imagine they move Bichette up to 2. I would like to see Alvarez be moved up to the lineup. Maybe, you put Robert up at 3rd. I know Mendy, though, the way he likes to assemble the lineup, he likes to do a lot of left, right. And the Mets do have a couple switch hitters. Obviously, Polanco didn't even play in this game, so he should be back in the lineup tomorrow as well. So we'll see what happens with that. I think the biggest news is Semien wasn't a negative at the plate. Huge game from him, too. 100%. Soto getting an MRI. Yeah, we saw that. Game for where I could see the players call Semien Grandpa. I mean, he can be a grandpa. He's he's the clubhouse vet.
He might be the unk of the team, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Benji needs to be sent down so he could develop power and give Vientos more ABs. I don't agree. You have to unless you get to a point where Ben just looks like he's completely lost up at the plate. I don't think you just send him out. Again, and we talked about this.
Yeah, he is swinging at pitches inside the strike zone. So if he is going to swing and miss at those, and not make contact with them, swing at pitches in the zone. That's it. Swing decisions. That's all I need to see. He doesn't look like he's completely overmatched. They got to give him. They'll give him a little bit more time. If we don't see any growth whatsoever around a May, maybe the middle of May, something like that, then they'll set him down. It's whatever, and we all know that they have MJ Melendez in AAA, who can be who is definitely an MLB caliber player. They have Tommy Pham, who they just signed to a minor league deal. So we'll see what happens there, but I am 100% okay with bench figuring it out in the bottom third of the lineup. It's 100% fine. He doesn't look overmatched. It looks like that swing, he does not get cheated. But as long as he's not chasing horrible pitches, let him figure it out.
Yeah, 100%. Game 4 again. My boy Vientos is getting hits, walks, and winning challenges. Yeah, he had a very good game at the plate today. And like I said before, very disciplined as well with his ABs, which is something that you don't typically see out of Mark Vientos. In the final comment of the night, I knew Bichette was waking up when he hit a home run, but that bastard ex-Met caught her at the top of the wall. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Bichette has had a very good series so far. Like I said, in both games, has drove in the opening run. Went 3 for 5 today and should have had a home run yesterday, but Bader, gotta give credit to him, made a nice catch at the wall to rob it. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's watch-along and post-game coverage. Make sure to subscribe for live episodes of the Mets Weekly podcast following every single regular season series. For those of you watching on playback and want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on post notifications to not miss when we go live for the next game, which is tomorrow. The game is at 9:05, the third game of this 4-game set. The watch-along will start at 8:55 p.m. as always. 10 minutes before first pitch. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and TikTok. Follow us individually. The links are all down below in the description. And as always, guys, let's go Mets, and we'll see you next time.